Monday, people. It is the 27th of March. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And the room's a bit light today this morning. Thank you, Brent. I am your favorite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
And starting the week off strong, we have a special guest with us today. And basically, you're going to be a guest host with us because you're going to get involved with the show throughout. Sorry, I'm blind. You said this earlier, didn't you? Okay. I was like, oh my gosh. Considering what you said when you came in, I was like, oh crap. But yeah, so can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Mel, and I'll be your guest host.
That's it. Yeah. I thought you were gonna, say your business as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can tell us now.
Don't know if you can see it.
I think the light's reflective a bit too much.
Too bright. I co-own a company called My Baker, which is a platform of independent bakers all across the country.
Oh, love that. Love it. Well, we're going to get into all of that in a little while. And there's an interesting game we're going to be playing. Mm-hmm. But let's just say this might be the episode where E-Man gets some justice up in here. But we'll get there. But how's everyone's weekend? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I can't complain, man.
Yeah?
I didn't do anything too spectacular. Yeah.
I feel you.
Did you guys watch Crossfire?
We did.
Oh, yes, I did,
Did you enjoy it?
I did, but I have a thing about it. I didn't watch episode 3. Yet. Yet. Do you know what it is about Brits, yeah? Sometimes they don't deserve nice things. Do you know what I mean? The script is really good. I think it's a really good concept, very good storyline, everything. But I feel like it was a bit rushed.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like the Americans would have made it like a season, or I feel like I knew everything too early. So by the end of episode 1, I knew who orchestrated this. I knew this, I knew that. And I was like, so what am I looking forward to for episode 2 and 3? 2, I was like, okay, it's a bit dry. So I was like, what am I expecting from episode 3? And then life happened, so I never really got around to episode 3. But I'm going to watch it though.
Okay.
So who orchestrated it?
No, I mean like orchestra as in like the person who brought the gunman in. So that silly boy. But I knew it was gonna be him though.
Yeah.
From when he had his phone by the pool, I said, you already look like you look shady. So when it then turns out, but I was like, he's dumb though because, so I thought he was dumb because I was thinking, why are you trying to escape when the police is here to rescue everybody? Why don't you just fall with the mob and act like you're also being rescued?
Yeah.
But then that would have been dependent on the woman who knows that he did it dying. So that's a gamble. That's a risk he couldn't really take.
So what, you're saying that a woman knew he did it?
Yeah, because remember when they were in the kitchen and they were gonna shoot the people in the kitchen. He said, "Oh, because the guy was in the kitchen as well." And he said, "Oh, do you know how we got in? We got in because of him."
Oh, that's.
Do you remember?
Okay,
yeah. So his manager knew because then the guy said, "Oh, you think you can do what you did to me, my brother?" So that was his brother that was gonna shoot. And then obviously that other the Asian woman intercepted and blah, 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 blah. I thought that was cool. I felt bad about the whole cheating thing. Because I was like, I think it's out of order, that me and someone are cheating, then because you die and I'm alive, I have to face the brunt of it.
Alone.
This is your sin too. Like.
Explain it.
So you see how.
Explain to the people.
To people, okay.
Yeah, because these are the themes I want to ask you guys questions about.
Okay, so basically.
It wasn't really about the shooting stuff, was it?
No.
All right,
really. So there was a group of friends, right? Like so close that all the kids know each other. The kids are friends with each other. They went on a holiday together, right? But it turns out 2 individuals from the group are sexting. I don't know whether in episode 3 they found out they slept together, but it didn't appear that they slept together, which is even worse. Might as well go all the way. But anyways, they were sexting or whatever. Then because of the situation that happened on holiday where someone died, blah, blah, the man died, basically. But the woman who was cheating with that guy, the man she was cheating with was her husband's best friend from when they were in school. Strike 1.
Yeah.
Then, also her husband is stupid, because basically there was a situation where they all could have died. There was shooting in the hotel, blah, blah, blah. She then says so he goes to her room. She's like to him, listen, go on my phone. This information needs to get because she's the ex-police officer. Say, keep the phone on you just in case I need to contact you. Blah blah. Blah. There's an emergency. You might die, and you are going through your wife's texts, and then he then has time as well to call up the man, his best friend that his wife was cheating with, leaving him a bad voicemail talking about, I hope the gunmen find you and I hope you die. I said, your priorities are messed up right now.
All right, just pause there. Emmanuel,
Yeah.
can you understand how in that moment he makes that phone call and leaves that message?
There's more important things, man, to be honest with you.
All right, so upon taking up your wife's, this obviously everything's hypothetical here, right? Right. So I'm trying to ask you to imagine that you love your wife very dearly. I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying that in this
That
particular
is
scenario.
how they were in the film.
Yeah. So
On Wednesday morning.
And everything that came before that,
Yeah.
obviously the nuances in the dinner and all of that crap, right? And you then find out that your best friend, like since primary school, right? Me, right? Obviously it's Stephen, but he's been smashing. Well, in your head, he's been smashing your wife.
yeah, because that's not happening in the film.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. And obviously we can give a spoiler to Esther because she should have watched it by now.
Absolutely, that's fine.
Didn't have sex.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, I know they did.
it was
I found out on episode 2, that's what I said.
Nah,
It was
but-
silly, it was sexed.
you know what, in my head,
She didn't even send nudes.
but in my head, they could
Not
have
one
easily
tit
been-
was revealed, huh?
They could have easily been having sex. Because as you saw, where they met in the party,
Actually, yeah,
that
yeah,
could have
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, to be fair,
Familiarity was too.
I thought they did, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know when he was sending his son off? I thought they got the son to leave so they could have sex on the boy's
yeah,
bed.
because they took a while to get to
You know how
come back
brazen that
to
was.
downstairs,
You know how
yeah.
brazen that was.
Well, that's part of the thrill,
She's
though.
upstairs,
Part of the thrill.
and then okay, we'll get back
Because I
to
felt excitement. I'm not going to lie to you. As you working.
we'll get back to that because there's another question I have there. All right, so Emmanuel, so upon now picking up the phone, and on the front of the phone, obviously, remember she put the phone down and ran because she heard shooting. So she was in the midst of texting. So you didn't look through the wife's phone; it was just there, right? So you've put it up and you've seen Stevens being slamming your wife in your head. Sorry,
my head.
What you said that you have different priorities. What are these priorities are you talking
No,
about?
do you know what it is? I can make tough decisions like in like high pressure environments, innit? So I can remain calm in it. I can be vexed, yeah, but I'm still thinking.
Is she alive? Like, is my son alive?
I'm thinking about the kid at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Say, fuck her.
and I'm thinking about myself. How do I get out of this situation?
The list of priorities we talked about the other day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that would be my main thing. I'm not going to be sitting in the bathroom crying.
Wait,
you know
don't
what's
do that.
really worse?
Wait, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
okay.
You're speaking now to how much of a panty man he is. Don't do that.
No, I
Okay,
think, I,
okay,
think he, I
okay.
think he is. I was going to say it, but I didn't want to start my day like that.
The fact he was in there and he closed the door and then he closed the door again.
But
He
then
went
I gave him grace for that. I said, just combobulate it. Because when you get heavy music, you don't know whether you're left with me, right? But do you know what got me? Do you know what I said? You're really a proper panty man, yeah? He didn't even leave her.
We'll get to that.
No,
We'll get
yeah,
to that.
but
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I've
We
got
will
something to
get
say
to
about that part. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll get to that.
Damn it.
So obviously, Emmanuel, you're saying in your mind, nah, sorry, I am making sure that I park this frustration with my best friend.
Yeah, because the reality is, yeah, like I'm saying, I need to focus on getting out of here.
Listen,
My children and myself need to be alive.
and you're hearing gunshots every other second, you
You know
know?
what I'm saying? I can't be there worrying about this type of nonsense.
Yeah.
Because I would have already made a decision of what I'm going to do afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I don't
you.
need to think
That's
about it
you.
now.
Now, given the disposition of this guy
Yeah.
that you've seen based on the first episode
Yeah.
and a bit more, right? Do you understand why he did that?
I can understand.
Because he's a pussy hole.
No, because this has happened before. Remember? So like,
All right, wait.
yeah, you remember?
I'm with the context.
Wait. So basically, tell him, Emmanuel, why it was like what you talking about when he said this.
So basically, in the first scene, the way they portray it, is
Yeah.
like this man is some bad guy abusing his wife verbally and things like that, right?
All right, before we continue,
Yeah.
how did you know that part? Is it when it is that it was sat at the table?
Can I know which part?
That he was a bad guy. Why did you think he was a bad guy?
From when they, yes, thank you.
All
Who
right,
was the bad
yeah.
guy? The Asian guy?
No, the
white guy.
The white guy, the
Oh,
husband.
The one with broken feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So my first question is
Yeah.
my second question. if at that table you're seeing that man brush down his wife in that manner, what are you doing at that dinner table?
I'm changing the conversation.
When you say change the conversation, like, how do you mean?
Yeah, just talk about something else. So let's just
About
say
the weather.
yeah, like anything else, because like he was really just finding ways to just make the wife feel small. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
the thing. I'm not doing that. I'm patterning that.
Why?
I can't be in a
Talk to me.
table.
What are you doing?
I can't be in a table of like couples, and then there's one individual that's like talking to his wife any which way. No,
Yeah.
I'm not letting that happen. Don't talk to her like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely. No, because I'm not. There's nothing changing the conversation about you. You ruined the vibes. I might as well add to the ruined vibes by patterning you up, you little man. Don't be out here trying to make other people feel small when you're the tiniest, feeble at this table. Don't try it. Nah.
But the thing is, Esther, as we saw later on, is we don't know the reason for why people behave the way they do.
Yeah, but then do you know what it is? That's fair, yeah. But don't be. If I don't know the reason for whatever. But I believe there's a way to act out in
100%,
public.
yeah.
So for me, whenever people do stuff like that in public, the home is worse. When you're in private, if you don't know how to handle yourself amongst mixed company and you're talking to your wife like that, it must be worse back at home because this is your best foot.
Yeah.
You're still because even though you're annoyed, you're angry or whatever, you're still gonna put your best foot forward. How much more at home? Who knows what he's doing? Nah, man.
This is true. Because it was bad. I was thinking, what's wrong with this guy, man, when I was watching this, man? I was thinking, why are you talking to her like this in front of everybody? But
All right, cool. So
yeah.
when did it change for you, Manuel? When did you stop feeling sorry for the wife?
When I found out, innit? so basically, to be really watched it, basically what happened was she was cheating on him with some guy at her old workplace, right?
Is it the father of her daughter?
I don't think so, you know. I think it was another guy.
What?
I think it was another guy, you know.
Really? Are you sure?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure because I think it happened at the police force, right?
Yeah.
Which is where her ex-partner works as well.
Oh yeah, works as well.
But I don't know. I got the impression
She
it was
loves the ethic,
another
don't she?
guy.
But the
Innit?
other
Love
guy,
ethnic man.
that man, what you're suggesting is that alongside the black guy who is also a police officer, who she has a child with,
Yep.
there was another guy.
Yes. That's what I think.
All right.
That's what it seemed like to me.
You really wanted her to be a bad person.
No.
That's two in the same apartment.
Okay, wait. So all that being said, yeah, do you think that that it was warranted for him to actually pray to God that the person dies?
Wait, we're not jumping. Just yeah,
We're not jumping.
We're still here.
This is still. It's
No,
it's
no,
still
you're jumping. You're
Okay.
jumping.
All right, I'll come back to it though.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
like he should have done.
you're suggesting if she's cheated like twice, then she deserves. Well, he now is warranted to now wish death upon.
I don't think it's warranted in any circumstances. Given the situation, he ran back here. He escaped from the group here. So basically, the group were being led out to safety. He left the group, right, to go and find out whether his wife and his son or his children were safe. You don't know whether they're safe. Well, you know the wife is safe. You don't know whether your kids are safe, but you're gonna stand here and be praying and quickly leave a voicemail. He should have been shot in the head while he was doing that.
All right, so he
How
should
can
have
you
died.
leave a voicemail?
He should have died.
Because clearly he wouldn't mind dying anyway. His priorities messed up. How can you leave a voicemail for somebody, basically at war, right? Telling them, I hope they find you and I hope they kill you. For a little sex thing. Fair enough, you before they had sex.
Exactly. That's
Don't
what it
get
was.
sex.
Don't you think that he was trying to call this guy to find out Wagwan?
No, but don't you think that's dumb?
Wait.
Do you know I hate dumb men. Do you know why? Sorry.
Whilst you have the phone in your hand and you've seen that your best friend is cavorting with your wife, switch it around.
No,
Your
I'm
best
in-
friend's
I'm in
cavorting with
this.
your husband.
Absolutely, I'm in this.
As in your husband.
Yes.
No, like the proper
love of my.
husband.
You know how I am about love.
All right, cool. Let's factor it in.
My rib.
Let's factor it in. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
That new husband.
That new one.
Listen carefully.
That new car smell. That new husband smell. Let's do
And
it.
you find out
Yes.
that who's your best friend?
Let's say Oprah.
Oprah.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see it, Oprah, aren't you calling Oprah immediately?
Brent.
As a reflex,
Brent.
especially if it is that you know full well, Oprah might have a phone on her.
Do you know what's mad? Do you
So
know what's
whilst
mad,
you're
yeah?
talking to Oprah, you're asking Oprah, you got the kids?
Do you know what it is?
By
yeah?
the way, Wagwan.
Do you know what it is, Brent? I'm a very smart woman. Been smart. I came smart out of the womb, right? There is no way that I am in a situation where I'm hearing gunshots every other second. I'm hearing gunshots every other second. And right now, my priority is to call my best friend up. Because first of all, we're all hiding. Even me being in this hotel room, even sneaking through my husband's damn phone, it's a privilege that there's no bullet through my brain while I'm doing this. It's a privilege. So firstly, yeah, there's no way that I'm then calling somebody whilst they're hiding, because that Asian was stupid as well. I'm glad that guy patterned her up when he said, why are you calling people when they're hiding?
Yeah, exactly.
Because what that gives them away. So there's no way I'm then calling to then be like, oh, and then you don't pick up, and I'm like, yes, you didn't pick up, I can get to leave a voicemail. So when all of this is over, you can sit with this voicemail. I've seen what you've been doing with my husband, and you know what? I hope the gunmen find you, and I hope you die. You need to be able, I like people that can multitask and have sense. You need to be able to know when to park certain things to be revisited. Obviously, he died. I said, L. I told you guys what to do with dead bodies that cheat on you. Simple. Revisit that episode. Do you get what I mean? But there's no way I'm in that moment where I'm hearing gunshots every other second. I don't know if my kids are safe. And I've escaped from safety to come and see if my kids are... I've actually come back into the lion's den. And then right now, my priority is to call... Nah, man.
Do you know why?
And sorry, another thing is that, yes, I understand human emotions or whatever, but I don't think I can wish someone death like that.
All right. Do
Over
you
cheating.
Not death. Nah.
do you understand as to why is it he mentioned, I hope you get shot?
Yeah, because they were getting shot.
All right. Okay. So it was already in his mind. It was in his psyche already.
No, but
right?
it was also a real thing, though.
It's mad, you know.
Because you know, in regular life, you can say, "Oh, I wish you die," or some regular.
Yeah,
crap.
but when you're facing death like that,
Exactly.
Wait.
He
So
was bumping into dead bodies, you know?
You've ascertained that this guy is a panty man.
absolutely.
You've ascertained that he's gone through a few different things before, and he would have shared this with his best friend.
Listen, Brent.
Wait.
Exactly,
I need you to understand this, because these writers wrote this for a reason.
They did.
This particular emotion that he displayed, people can actually display that on any given day.
Absolutely, people do,
So
for
let's
less.
just factor that in, because
Yeah.
there were several nuances that we were able to see in between the scenes switching over, right? Man, first of all, you didn't like the guy, and immediately you're like, no, I don't like the woman. Do you understand? You didn't say, I also don't like the woman. You said you don't like the
I
woman.
came out the gate not
right?
liking a
No,
woman.
but the thing is, like, I still felt like the man wasn't behaving like he should do.
That's when it is that he was hiding.
Yeah.
Man, forget about that, because we saw that he was vindicated before he started being a pussy.
No, but also, Brent, yeah, I didn't really like the way he was talking to his wife as well.
Yeah, I heard you say that, but then that wasn't the focus when it is that it switched.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because it's like if you're gonna stay with her, yeah, and try and get over all this type of stuff, yeah, it's not necessary to keep bringing up this crap. You know what I'm saying? Make a decision.
Interesting.
No, yeah, for real.
No, I think I understand what you're saying, because you would like that same grace if you cheated, right?
This is nothing to do with me.
No, you're keeping it. You're keeping it.
No, I'm just saying across the board, because I don't see how you move on from something by bringing the past with you.
Wait, do you know what? I've got a question. So you feel like the guy was in his rights to wish the guy dead?
No, I think I understand why he said it.
Okay,
I
but then-
understand that at that moment, why is he called? And all he had in his mind was, I want you to get shot. I understand that. I can understand how someone could basically react like that.
So basically, because obviously I haven't done episode 3 yet. Did he ever feel guilty then about the guy dying? Because you know what? In anger, I mean, first of all, his anger was... Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on how it was he wished the guy dead, because she had grounds for divorce. That's a man that can't think on the spot. But anyway, whatever.
She
Another
had
day.
grounds for divorce?
She did. You're telling me she's out here, yeah, with them 1950s, what's it called, sheriff type guns, fighting for her life. He's there on the phone looking through text. Whatever, innit? You're in there how I feel about that. But, so,
You know,
for me,
he didn't even leave his
Sorry?
room. He didn't leave his room.
Do you know what's killing me?
You know, he didn't leave his room.
He
Do you know
tried
what's killing me? Is when I found out, that his leg and stuff
He's
broke.
a pussy.
I said, you know what's mad? You didn't even break that trying to save for somebody. He didn't like he fell from it. He
He
tripped
tried saving himself.
by falling off the balcony. Anyway, whatever. I feel how I feel about him. Because obviously I don't know whether... Because I feel like wishing death on somebody, and it when it actually happens, can make you sober.
Yeah.
Did he ever have a sober moment? Did he ever feel like, damn, I shouldn't have wished that?
They didn't really dwell on that, to be fair.
He didn't even go to the funeral, did he?
No, only the woman did.
He was still in hospital
Yeah, he was in hospital.
with his broken spine.
With his broken ankle.
I thought he was dead, you know, when he dropped.
Should have died. Yeah, because he was struggling to breathe, and I was like,
He was
first of all,
finished.
your bones are broken. Why are you struggling
Wait,
to breathe?
didn't you kind of wish that he was dead?
Who?
The guy who was running away from his responsibilities as a father.
Nah, man.
Oh, you didn't?
You know, I didn't wish
Wait,
my wedding.
After he just wished death upon another guy?
Yeah, but remember again, we know how to park our feelings
Why
and
didn't you
be in
watch
the
it?
moment.
I needed this toxic responses for you because these guys are moving mad.
First of all, don't
Do
let
not
him
understand human
label
emotion.
you as
Can you
toxic.
put the mic in front of your face, please? Thank you very much. Why didn't you watch it?
Let me
young
tell
man?
you, I'm giving very killy responses. He'll be very proud of me if he was here for the whole conversation. I'm giving proper killy.
I don't
You know,
think
he
so.
thinks cheating is a social construct. So of course he's gonna think the way we're thinking.
I was watching on the way in, yeah, and I seen you having a conversation. I'm thinking, what the hell are they talking about, yeah?
Did they get asked you to watch?
And then I was like,
Into my homework. That's what the hell they're discussing.
penny dropped. I was like, shit.
Marks.
I'm so sorry, man. You gotta remind me though, man.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It's my fault.
Let's just say you're at a dinner in Marbella with your brethren and their wives. You have a wife too. Just
Now do DR for him because you know that's where he gets in the zone.
in DR.
In DR.
Yeah.
Loves DR.
And they're all respectable people. They have respectable jobs, not just all killies.
Yeah.
Right? And you guys are there with your children also. So there's a certain etiquette that you have to basically, undertake whilst the children weren't even there at the dinner, but you're on a family holiday.
Yeah.
And you're all sat around the table, and one of your brethren, your best friend, is talking down to his wife across the table, like really making her feel like crap, belittling her. What do you do?
I try and get him to stop. Basically.
Like kicking him under the table? What do you do? How do you try and tell him to stop?
I'll openly just be like, you're taking a piss.
All right, okay, cool. And then if you find out later, well, you kind of maybe already know you didn't know. Whilst watching this, you find out that the woman had cheated on him twice,
What, and he knows?
and he knows.
Oh yeah, then it's all fair game.
Then you would have allowed it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, during the course of the holiday, the two gunmen enter the resort and they start killing people at will.
Yeah.
And your wife, no, there's a woman, white woman, who's upstairs and she hears it. And whilst it is that she is on the phone, she hears the gunshots, but she actually is sexting with your best friend.
Light sexting though. Not one tit has been exchanged.
Who, my wife?
Yeah.
Your wife has been
your
sexting.
wife, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just like kneecaps.
What, with the
No,
same one?
wait.
With the same one that was arguing with his gal?
Yeah. Wait. Stop.
Because that don't count as sexting.
Stop. Whatever she's doing, she's not using the phone properly
What do you
in
mean?
your mind. Yeah? So she's sexting your best friend.
The same one that was cussing out the girl on the table?
No, you are the white man.
Oh, okay, go on.
And the best friend is some Indian guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is other.
Okay.
He's Asian.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I think it's important. Pakistani,
Bangladeshi,
Bangladeshi, yeah.
South Asian.
Yeah, South Asian. Anyway, so you find out as it is that you are running and trying to find your child, right? There was one point in time when it did look brave. You were actually looking to find your son. But you get to your room, you go into your room, and you pick up your wife's phone, and then you see, oh my goodness, she's been sexting my best friend. In that moment, what do you do?
What, while there's gunshots and thing going on?
Calm down.
Yes! Yes, Killy!
Wait.
You're asking the right questions.
Wait. You've run into your hotel room. Nobody else is running into the hotel rooms, by the way.
By the way,
Your son is out there. You don't even know where he is. You run into your hotel room. I don't know what he went back for.
no, he
I've
said
got
he
a
thought
clue.
they were in there. Okay. Your wife is an ex-police officer and you think she's going to hear gunshots and she's going to go under her bed in a hotel room. All right, hon.
All right.
So wait, so guys were coming to the resort.
Yep.
They're letting off shots. And
Gunmen.
I've run to my hotel room.
Yep.
Okay, now what's
And
happening?
you've gone in, you've closed the door, and you take up your wife's phone, and then you see she's been sexting your best friend since primary school, since trap house days. This is deep. What do you do in that moment?
Is this while there's gunshots going on?
Yes!
I don't know, nothing.
All right.
My training is complete. Officially a killer.
All right,
That's what I'm
suppose,
saying.
suppose you're a white guy though. Does it change? Does it change?
No, because in my mind, I'm saying you're like obviously I ain't seen it yet, but you're telling me there's guys in the resort and there's gunshots going off everywhere. I'm looking around. I don't know where my ute is. At this minute, I'm in this room by myself. Then I see this text here. Regardless of how I feel about this text here, I don't think it's throwing me off. I'm still in survival mode.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you get what I'm trying to say? That?
Yeah.
I'm still in survival mode. Whatever the reason I went for, I still want to find them. Probably want to find them more now.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. Why?
Because I might need a human shield.
All right. So more.
I would still prefer that, you know.
More retribution will be exacted onto your wife as opposed to your best friend. Because you basically you've been cheated on twice by the same woman, right?
You know how she rolls.
I remember you're with a Fed. You're actually going to sleep with a Fed, so you're already dirty, right?
Probably not. But in my mind, what I'm trying to say is, all this stuff is an afterthought. There's more important things going on. So once we need to sort out what's going on
I
first.
hear the afterthought.
You don't even know about the voicemail yet.
What you're doing is you're placing yourself into the mix.
Okay.
And you shouldn't, in your mind, you're like, I'm already glitching because I'm not going to be with a policewoman, right? But you didn't do that. And that's fine. But factor in that this white guy had stayed with his wife after she cheated on him twice. And there's a baby also who's now a grown woman who's calling him Papa. He's looking after somebody else's.
Papa is making me sick.
He's looking after somebody else's daughter in his house. Right? So the guy is not even right in his head. So he comes and he sees this. Do you understand as to why it is that he's now looking to call? Mama, he would have told his best friend all of this wife's transgressions.
So what did he do?
He called the guy and
Thank
said,
you.
I hope it is to get shot.
Thank you.
What?
Yes. No.
called his-
Wait.
he called his best friend.
Wait. I can make it sound even as truly pathetic as it is. He leaves a voicemail.
Because he didn't get through.
He didn't get
he was
through.
dead.
The guy didn't pick up. Because the guy ran to save his kids and left his phone by the poolside. But he left a voicemail to say, I've just seen the text. My wife, you've known me all your life. I hope the gunmen find you and I hope they shoot you. This is what a man is doing
Do you know
when
a
his
man
wife
that would
and
respond
kids
like
are
that?
in danger.
Do you know a man that would respond like that?
Probably.
Have you ever met men that would respond like that?
Probably.
I believe so too. I believe that men exist that would respond to that.
Of course men
Yeah.
exist, but those men need to be left. If I find out, if we escape this year and I find out this is what you spent your time
Yeah.
doing while I was on the battlefield
Yeah.
trying to crawl between reception and the safe to
Yeah.
try and find a gun on the premises,
Yeah.
and this is what you were doing,
Yeah.
I'm leaving the husband, you know. That's grounds for divorce. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
protect this family.
Yeah.
We're as good as dead with you in charge.
Yeah.
Wait, so what did he do though? Oh, he left a voicemail and then what did he do? Just ran and hid and just
He
waited.
shut the door
No,
twice.
no.
He closed 2 doors behind him.
So he went. He was in his hotel room. He locked it.
Yeah.
Then he went into the bathroom.
And locked it.
He didn't lock it. He just closed the door in.
What, and just chilled.
Just chilled.
So where was his kids in that?
He just
He doesn't know.
Exactly.
He still doesn't know where his kids are.
You know, this guy's a piece of shit.
But then he's in the bathroom getting tissue and wiping his tears away.
So what, just letting everybody die?
Mate, because his wife cheated. So, do you know what's mad? Now that because I forgot that she done it twice, yeah. He knows how this goes. Why is he reacting so heavy? You know how this goes, especially when your life is under danger.
He didn't call his wife. He's not vexed with his wife.
And that's what's worse.
He's vexed with his best friend.
It's even misdirected energy, misdirected anger. I just think that he should have felt guilty after the fact that the guy then actually did die. And then, because also as well, what's mad about it is that, yeah, obviously cheating is mad, blah, blah. You guys know how I stand on that, yeah. But the guy's got kids. Now the kids and his wife, the wife's a widow.
Yeah.
The kids are fatherless because your feelings got hurt.
So did he get to mash the best friend up anyway?
No! He broke his foot. He broke his foot.
What do you mean?
He broke his foot trying to escape from the hotel room that he locked himself in by jumping off the balcony and broke his bones.
He tried to escape to go and like find his wife and his children, right? Yeah. That's why it is that he was climbing outside.
Yeah.
And then
broke
he
his
was
foot.
hanging, and then he couldn't hang anymore. He just dropped. And I thought he was dead. And I'm thinking, yeah, good. You're not a good piece of a human being. Yes, you deserve to die.
The man that was getting cheated on.
Yes.
Oh, because of his response, you're saying?
No. Because I thought that was warranted. I thought that him actually... I could understand as to why it is that he called that guy and said, like, what are you doing? Oh my
Do
goodness.
you know what? Question now.
His mind, as you said, his mind's not in the right place.
Yeah,
right?
it definitely wasn't.
And his brain was all scatter.
Absolutely.
And the only centering thing was his friendship with his best friend.
Yeah.
And now to find out his entire friendship with his friend over these years was just fallacy.
Okay.
Obviously, his mind was, I hope they kill you.
Question for you guys. Start with you, because you're really justice for the friend. Would you feel bad though after he died?
After he fell off the
No, I don't
balcony?
care about the guy's bones. I mean the best friend that actually died. After he wished him death, say it was you. You wish your best friend dies.
So Daniel asked me this question, right?
That's
and she
perfect.
said,
Okay.
if Emmanuel happened to do that, bear in mind, you know how much it is I would not sacrifice my children for my wife. I would save my wife before my children, right?
Absolutely.
And you know this, yes?
Yeah.
Cool. So, if you understand how dear this woman is to me, Emmanuel, and since 6 we've known each other, and you've decided that you were going to get all up in her crutches,
Yeah.
and I find out whilst it is I've come back to save the world, because I'm not in that room to hide, right? I've come back just to check, just to tick a box off to see if it is that they're there. Cool. And I find out that you are sending, you're asking her for pictures of her torso, her thighs, and you're saying, I want to see you in that dress.
He said I want to see.
I
the top part.
am video calling you.
FaceTime.
Video calling you.
What, during the war? During the shots and stuff?
Video calling you.
You're FaceTiming, bro.
Video call. Mama, I told you, you need to factor in who I am. I told you.
Are you
It's my wife.
Is this
before-
you, right?
I told you, it's my
But this
wife.
is you, Brent, as I know you.
It's my wife.
No, answer my question, please. I just want to get my mind there. This is you, Brent, that's in front of me right now.
This is my wife before. Remember, I would have been out in the trenches.
I'm disgusted.
I'd have been out in the trenches. There's no way. Wait. How the hell did he even leave the children in the first place?
Yeah,
Because
because
he
he,
was with
because
somebody.
he had one.
he was down with them by the poolside. Yeah, he had one of
He
them.
had one kid.
And then I don't even know how he lost the kids in first, because he was down by the pool with them. He was with the kids.
But he gave one kid to the bigger white guy.
Ben, yeah.
Yeah, to Ben. And
But the
said,
thing
"Yo,
is-
take my kid. I'm gonna
That
go
wasn't
get
the
the
favorite
rest."
kid, obviously.
Yeah, but how did he lose the rest is the question. They were all down there with him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because
Oh.
maybe when he scattered the other way.
Do you know what we've got to start doing? This is giving me an idea. I'm going to need like some kind of... What was it when he went to kill zombies and stuff? I'm going to need you to do that before I start marrying men, you know?
Oh,
Let me know what you're like. Because this is mad. You're down... Because think about it, his wife was upstairs sexting and reading a book, but she still had time to make it all the way down, rescue more people than the people that you were actually with in the same place.
Not one thought was for her husband, though.
Don't matter. That's women. There was women's
And that's what
instinct
I'm
to
saying.
choose the kids first.
That's what I'm saying. You're asking me a question, and my priority is a bit different anyway, as you already know. So, upon finding out that Emmanuel's been doing this back and forth,
With your girl.
I am video typing him, and I'm saying, "Nigga, I hope they find you."
Wow. I am
Imagine.
appalled.
Because in that moment, my entire life means nothing. Do you understand? And I'll be replaying all of the concerts we've been to, the live shows,
Whilst you're hearing
all the
gunshots
conversations
going
I've
off,
been having
right?
with him about his relationships, all of that flashing. And he's been going back and forth with my prized possession.
That is so unnecessary.
My prized possession.
But you need to get out there alive. You can't be focusing on all those other bollocks.
Wait. You need to understand. Everybody's emotion doesn't work like how yours is. Right now, we're
Clearly.
sitting down in hindsight after watching this, saying this is what we would have done. Do you understand? So I can imagine how my entire system would have just been, and all I would have wanted to do was to basically call him, because
You
I'm
look close
vexed
3
with
doors,
him.
boy.
My vexation isn't with her. It's with him. I knew him before her.
But we need to talk about that though.
Why?
I never understand when someone cheats on somebody and their beef is with the third party. Like I get that that's your childhood friend or whatever, but I don't have a lifetime vows commitment with my childhood friend.
But I have told him that she has stepped out twice.
Yeah, that's
I've shared
hilarious.
that with him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's bad, man."
But what advice did they give you then? Did he say, you know what, stick with her? He's a good one. Or did he say, you know, fuck that bitch?
You know what I would have said, isn't it?
That makes it worse. To then turn around and then be the third guy.
Yeah, but
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Do you know how I am? The way I'm wired, yeah, I'm praying we all make it alive.
But I think
So I can
once
really
once,
sort this out
once
how I
everything's
need to sort
settled,
it out.
Once everything's settled, I think I would then be like, "Oh crap,
My best friend died.
yeah."
Would you feel bad?
I don't know, because I'll still weigh up. Dirty bugger. Do you understand? I don't know. That's just me. But obviously, Margs, you probably think differently.
Yeah. What would I be mad if he died?
Do you know what's killing me?
I'll be mad if he died.
You'll be mad. I'll be mad he died. I told you, I'll be mad he died because now I can't. I've got to live with that. Now I've got my therapy bills about to go up because now I've got to sort that issue out
Oh, it's
within
gonna weigh
myself.
on your conscience.
No, where my conscience. Like I'm annoyed that you died.
'Cause
Why did
you-
you die? Because I really wanted to get mine back with you.
Wait a minute.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
Wait,
If no,
wait,
sorry
wait,
to cut you.
wait,
Because in real life, Brent, this is going to be
Hear
afterthought.
what you just said. Hear what you just said.
What did I say?
You would want him to remain alive so you can get him back?
Yeah, but as in my husband that cheated on me. Yes.
You
I don't
see?
want my
Which
husband.
is worse?
Yours.
How?
Because
This is
I'm
a
not
lie.
want to get him back. Doesn't mean no, but my getting him back doesn't mean I'm going to cheat back away. I want to be able to talk about this and let you know you're a piece of shit. I don't want to wish you dead because now his kids, his wife is now a single mother of 3 kids. You know.
Can you remember when it is that you said?
Oh
Can you remember when you said, "This is callback because this is wild"? Oh, you're making me look like the bad guy here.
no, you are the bad guy. I'm
You
not making you
said
like nothing.
if
You're
your
not.
husband cheats and then dies, you're gonna kick his coffin.
Yes. Same energy. Are you right? What are you talking about? Wait.
There's
How,
a critical
wait.
there. That's better.
Wait a minute. How are you not seeing that it's the same energy? Because if my husband cheated on me and he died, I'm still annoyed that you've died. I wanted you to be alive so I can deal with you. Do I need to deal with you?
So you're not going to be vexed that, or your conscience is not going to be heavy because you've said something, that you put it into the universe and he's actually died. You're going to be vexed because you haven't exacted revenge.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
But you just said you're going to kick up his coffin.
No. I didn't know that I didn't know about the prefix. I didn't know about the whole. I wished him dead, so he's dead. That's what it's about.
Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't know.
care
No,
about that?
I didn't know you were talking about me from your perspective. I thought you were talking about me from Essex perspective.
Yes, from your perspective.
Yeah, but I never wished him dead. I'm not wishing him dead. That's what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't wish him dead because I want you to be alive. So in that moment, I'm not wishing you dead. I'm praying to God as a matter of fact that your ass is alive so we can talk about this afterwards. I'm not wishing you dead at all.
I don't think no one would care about it. I think in real life, if you was in a situation that was really going on, and especially if one of them died, either your best friend or your gal, and you made it through that situation, you survived and all that, or whatever, like, I don't even think you don't even care about. I don't think it would be important.
About
You know,
cheating?
Yeah, just
but you
everything
know,
that
that's,
happened.
do
I
you
just
know
don't
how
think
that's
it'd be
true?
important.
Because the wife, yeah, that was cheated on, the wife who her husband died, she forgave the girl. Having tea with her talking about how we've been dealing since the whole traumatic stuff.
Okay.
These times, her husband was over there doing foolishness.
Wait a minute. Okay. Again, there were nuances as you were flying it. There were nuances in this particular show. That's why I asked you guys to watch it.
Yeah.
If you're saying something like that, I would then say, can you remember when it is, I think the first episode, they were taking pictures with each other. And in between the snaps, you saw her face kind of.
Yeah.
So I don't even think their relationship was that
No, it wasn't
good
because she
anyway.
said they call us Mr. and Mrs. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, in the end, she had asked.
She
the
knew
black
who was
woman-
cheating.
You didn't see the last episode. So you didn't see the last episode. You didn't see when it is that she asked the black woman to erase.
That was second episode. I saw that.
All right, what did she say?
Yeah, she said to her, can you basically gave her the black woman her husband's phone and said, I want to keep the phone for the pictures and stuff like that, like family memories, but I don't want to see anything that I don't want to see. So please delete it for me.
Yeah.
And then that's when she was deleting it,
Yeah.
was when the white woman's daughter then saw that her mum was cheating. I'm like, kids need to stay out of people's business, but talk about that another day.
Yeah.
I think
She
you've
then
seen
comes
most of
and
it,
blah
you know.
blah. So
I think you've seen most of it. I think that was the third episode.
then there was a
I think that was the third one.
I thought it was as well.
I think you've pretty much seen like.
so there must be 2 episodes then, because that was episode 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my episode 3 wasn't loading. And I got tired.
Okay.
I think it was an interesting show. It's definitely very interesting. I'll be honest with you. I know because people in comments are saying that, you know, the woman was the villain, as in the main character, the policewoman. can't see it.
Yeah, but she was the villain. I don't understand.
What she do? Cheating.
She caused. She was
She
the one who
caused
arranged the
everything.
holiday
Yeah, but how's she supposed to know that?
in order to basically have sex with this South Asian guy.
Yeah, but how is she supposed to know that this holiday
No,
planned?
that's no.
Gonna come there.
The
She
reason
can't
why
carry
they
that
are
on.
saying that she's the villain is because if she wasn't minding her fast cheating business, none of them would have
Do
been
you know what's killing me though?
gone.
Do you know what's killing me? She didn't instigate any of this. The man is the one who's been peeping her from time. Remember, he picked up her scarf
Yeah.
and then rubbed up her back.
Stop.
She,
Stop.
I don't know how she's the villain. This is what I'm saying about.
Stop.
Sorry, no, wait.
Stop,
No,
stop.
wait. This is what I'm saying about people that cheat and die. Do you know what I'm saying? The people that stay alive are the ones that bear the consequence. I think that's bullshit.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it
This
is.
is what I'm saying about people that cheat and die.
Because imagine, the man started this, but because he's dead now, the woman's the villain. Don't be silly.
All right, so I could care less about this.
Of course you do.
guy,
Of course you don't.
My main focus was the betrayal of this guy to that guy.
To his best friend.
You see how you're now saying that the man is the villain, the South Asian guy?
Yeah.
In my head, that's why it is the guy said, I want you to die.
Yeah.
Right? So in my head, all that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, yes, he did that to her back. But as we found
Didn't-
out, other men have done that to her back whilst she's been
Yeah.
married.
Yeah, but it's not her best
And
friend. It's
you
not
see
her.
how she giggled immediately?
No, but it's not her husband's thingy though. It's not her husband's best friend. I don't see how she's the villain for responding to a move that was done to her. Like I feel like, because you know what it is, I feel like they both have a part to play. 100%.
Excuse me, what are you saying? Are you saying that if your husband makes a pass to a woman
Yeah.
and she
Passes
ignores
back.
it,
Okay, ignores it. Yeah.
and you find out, you're not getting to telling this guy, what are you doing? Why
Of course
you...
I am, but this is what you guys are not doing. Everyone is talking about she's the villain, and I'm saying he started it. They both have a part to play.
Yeah,
But because
well,
she's got a
yeah,
record of
I'm
history,
aware of that. I'm
no,
aware
wait,
of
but because she's got a record of cheating, it's like, oh well, you know, this is what she does. We don't even know. I feel like that guy's been cheating. For the fact that his wife said, "You check the phone. I don't want to see anything." He's cheated. She's not his first rodeo.
I think if he survived, he should also, and like people died, he should also kind of take some of the brunt of the guilt, because
Yeah.
he encouraged that holiday himself
Yeah, started it and
and
encouraged
took
it.
his children
Yes,
and his wife. So 100%. But he's dead.
I think we should have. Yeah,
But he's dead. Do you understand? Like
Yeah.
he got his quote unquote comeuppance.
He didn't.
Even the stupid guy that wished death upon him got his comeuppance. He can't move anymore. Well, he can. We saw the end. Like he just needed a cane now.
yeah, he's in the cane now.
He was back. Yeah, and he had a contract wife at the end
How did he?
who was guilty, who felt guilty. So I don't know. Until the
Well,
next one
especially
comes
as
along.
weak as a man, innit?
Yeah. All right, so cool. So let me flip it. I actually
Wait, you
think.
don't- No, go.
I actually think. What happened?
No, go.
I actually think that. No, the question is: are there any grounds to cheat?
No. There's never
Any
grounds to cheat.
circumstances where it is you could understand
No.
why somebody looks for life outside
No.
of what they've built.
There's never any grounds to cheat. Never. If you've made a commitment to somebody to be loyal to them, to be one-on-one with them, there's never any grounds to cheat in my book.
Suppose
Never. You have to be dead for that
because she's
grounds to
cheated
be
twice
open up.
and her husband's still there, right? She's
Yeah.
not going anywhere, right? But she's unhappy.
Yeah.
You could tell she was unhappy,
Yeah. That's
and
not
how he
grounds.
was talking to her at the dinner table.
Yeah, that's not
He didn't
grounds.
have any respect for her.
Yeah.
Terrible. So you're telling me she can't look to basically find happiness like next door?
No, because she could leave. There's always an option to leave. I don't believe in making any form of commitment with anybody and saying it's just you and I in this relationship, in this marriage, in this whatever we're doing, and then you step out because you're unhappy. No, there's always grounds to leave, and then you can be as happy as you want to be in the field. Nope, there's never any grounds to cheat. I don't care if your partner is forever disabled and they can't move anymore, blah blah. If they have not given you permission to be with anybody else, no grounds to cheat. Nope.
Manuel?
I echo what Esther said.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mags?
What's that? Is there grounds to cheat?
There's grounds to cheat when she's alive and kicking. What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't like the word. So, I don't
You subscribe to
I
it.
don't subscribe. I don't subscribe to those kind of things. You know what I'm trying to say? That it's all about possession and ownership and all that. I think it's got roots to slavery.
Mm.
So
What? Are you sick? What's going on here? Take me to slavery. Take me there.
what?
Take me there.
I'm just saying. No, I don't.
No, Dr. Umar, because Iman, was so strong. What are the roots? Please take me to the links to slavery.
That'll be the topic of the day.
No, it's not. No, we've got time. No
No
word on road
like an
today.
hour-long intro.
No word on road today. I give up my word on road to get to the bottom of this thinking.
I'll need to look into the books and see how I can connect the dots and stuff. Innit?
There's something there though.
Undertones.
You're embarrassing.
Something to do with the white man and you get what I'm saying?
You talking about like
'Cause I just think we was living freer back in the day. I
What,
think
slaves?
no,
prior to
before that, prior to that, our relationships with God and that was different, and relationships and that, and like, all this like poly stuff like E-man knows it was different.
Well, he
you
said
get
he
what
used to
I'm
read up in the books to catch up.
No, just to make sure where it ties in, like
Yeah.
where the dots connect. But there's something there.
but poly's nothing to do with cheating, is it?
Huh?
Polyamory or polygamy or
Polygamy and
polygyny is
polygyny.
Yeah,
nothing
but
to do
all
with cheating.
exactly. But I'm saying those kind of sentiments was accepted.
You know, they're not the same, so it's different concepts.
No, they
entirely.
changed it. Society changed it, innit? We come to these European standards and all these different things and that, and then now they got different expectations. But the way we used to live before that wasn't like that. You know what I'm trying to say? That so all these social constructs that's been put on us, we wasn't. You know what I'm trying to say? Relationships and all that kind of stuff. That's the white man. That's devil.
Manuel, is what he's saying true, Mr.
About what exactly?
Historian.
What about
He's saying that the black man and woman never used to be in relationships that were sound and loving. It was all
not
based
true.
on
The kings. He had
it
bear
was all
wives.
based on lies and
The
deceit.
kings had
That's not
bear
true.
wives. The homies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And even not
crazy.
even not
Stop! I need to understand what both of you are saying.
Bullshit. That's what they're saying.
Both
It's
of you are
bullshit.
mumbling. You're mumbling, but you're not being very clear.
Because they know why they can't be clear. Because they're bullshitting on a Monday morning. This is the energy you woke up with this morning. We have a lovely guest. You're showing your asses in front. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry.
I've just been dragged into this. I don't even know what's going on.
No, because your was too loud over there. That's why you drag yourself into this.
Nah,
Wait, another question there for me.
realistically, there's no grounds for cheating.
If your wife cheated on you twice, is she still your prized possession?
That was my random
Your
question
pride
to
and
Brett
joy,
as
your
well.
babes.
Yeah.
Your pride and joy, your rib.
That was your random question to me?
Yeah?
That was your random question to me?
No, my wrap-up question.
Oh. No, I'm not a fan of
Cheating.
yeah, especially when it is I've actually committed to throwing my
Listen.
kids off the cliff for you.
You do? Oh, for your clip. Down.
Impossible.
I feel you.
How about you, Manuel?
Should I get so what? So she's not your prized position anymore.
She can't be.
Oh, okay, cool.
She can't be.
Okay.
One time though, where she cheats
She
one
can't
time.
be.
So your prized possession doesn't cheat.
She can't be.
Well, in fact, clarify prized possession though, because it is giving
My
ownership.
rib. And I've when you guys start talking ownership and stuff, like I have a different relationship with that word.
Ownership.
As it pertains to a relationship that God has ordained.
Okay.
I should be looking after her. I should be throwing my life in front of any bus or gunman in order to save her.
Yeah.
So that's how I see not ownership in a sense where it's all encompassing.
That possessive, yeah.
It's more protective and security based.
Okay, that's
when
lovely.
when I hear the word ownership.
Okay. Well, guys, that's what we were watching. It's called Crossfire. It's 3 episodes, a BBC production. Check it out. And let's get into our first headlines.
All right, so our first headline, of course, we start in the UK. And the Levelling Up Secretary, Michael Gove, has admitted that the UK is poorer than it would have been, partly due to the war in Ukraine, but also the pandemic. But he said ministers were taking action on the soaring cost of living, including giving help on energy bills. The head of the Independent Forecaster, the OBR, which is the Office for Budget Responsibility, said living standards were seeing their biggest squeeze on record. Richard Hughes said that Brexit had been similar to the pandemic in its impact. He told the BBC, "It's a shock to the UK economy of the order of magnitude to other shocks that we've seen from the pandemic, from the energy crisis." And he warned living standards would not return to pre-pandemic levels for at least another 5 to 6 years. There's both the war in Ukraine, the first time we've had a war on this scale on the continent in Europe since the Second World War, and the COVID pandemic, the biggest global health pandemic since the end of the First World War. This is what he told BBC's Sunday with Laura Kusenberg program. He also said they have had a huge impact or effect on our economy and on others' economies. Mr. Gove denied that the government was to blame after 13 years in power, but he added, one can always do better, yes. And this second headline, it's a bit of a funny one. Yeah? I'm not too sure if you guys heard about it. Yeah? And basically, the former Conservative cabinet ministers, Matt Hancock and Kwesi Kwarteng, told a fake overseas company looking for MP advisors that their daily rate for consultancy would be £10,000. Yeah?
A day, yeah?
Kwesi.
Did you watch that? Did you watch the clip?
No.
That is so hilarious.
It's fake, you know. They set them up.
It
Kwesi?
was
Yeah,
so
Kwesi
hilarious.
Kwesi who got fired.
Yeah. And Matt Hancock.
Makes sense.
But
Though.
he's still an MP though.
Is this their rates? Is somebody else paying them this?
Well, this is what they was. Yeah, I guess so. I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
because it seemed normal for them. But basically, in a sting operation set out by a campaign group led by donkeys. Imagine, that's the name of the campaign group, yeah? Led by donkeys. Mr. Hancock and Mr. Kwesi Kwarteng both set out 5-figure sums for what they would expect to be paid to advise a non-existent firm in South Korea. There's no accusation of wrongdoing with MPs
South
permitted.
Korea.
Yeah. There's no accusation of wrongdoing with MPs permitted to seek employment outside of Parliament. When asked whether he had a daily rate during an online interview, Mr. Hancock said, I do, yes. It is 10,000 sterling. The Tory former health secretary, who was stripped of the party whip by the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, after he was announced as a contestant in last year's series, I Am a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, later said he had an hourly rate of around £1,500. The former Tory Chancellor, Mr. Kwesi Kwarteng, when asked the same question, said, I would say as an MP, obviously, I don't need to earn a king's ransom, but I wouldn't do anything less than about $10,000 a month. Mr. Kwarteng, whose mini budget in September sent the value of the pound tumbling and mortgage rates soaring, went on to clarify that he would prefer the rate to be in pound sterling. Told by a fake employee of the company, they were considering offering between £8,000 and £12,000 per day, with the intention for him to attend 6 board meetings a year. Mr. Kwesi Kwarteng said, okay, yes, we're not a million miles off. We can work with those numbers.
Do you know what's mad though? Like, all I'm hearing is that for the right price, these people will sell information about the UK to another country.
That's a bit harsh.
No, it's not.
Why
I
say
don't
that?
think so. I don't think it's far removed.
You're coming at this from the wrong angle.
You, who's wishing death on people. Tell me the right angle. Take me there.
You okay?
This guy.
Did you watch the clip, Emmanuel?
No, I didn't see it, you know.
All right, so you don't even know what you're referencing when it is you're talking about this.
Yeah, I do. I saw, I saw I didn't see the full clip, but I literally saw like a few seconds of Matt Hancock's one. So I've not seen enough. Yeah.
The angle they're coming at him or at these people from is that during this particular cost of living crisis, these guys are going to be spending time where they're supposed to be fixing this cost of living crisis, going to be earning money elsewhere. The whole South Korea thing, I guess it was thrown in today, but it wasn't a case where they're going to be selling government secrets to South Korea. That wasn't the case.
So what was the fake company asking them to do then?
Yeah,
What services was it?
Talk about Europe and its geopolitical policies and this, that, and the next. But
Okay, fair enough.
it wasn't something where people like, South Korea?
Yeah.
Okay, because I heard South Korea, my brain said, again, this is why I'm one to have an emergency. I can think about the right things at the right time.
Yeah, but it wasn't North Korea, was it?
Yeah. South Korea's calm. North
Honey.
Korea's the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you live
I think-
there?
South Korea.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of time, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they're not restricted like that over there.
Okay.
In the north, that's where the problem
That's
is.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I heard also Kwesi Kwarteng was talking about, for that same amount of money, I can get you a meeting with Boris Johnson as well.
Yeah.
He
So
threw that in.
Kwesi.
you should watch the video. The video is the most hilarious part of it because
I'm
you
gonna
can
have
see
to watch
him
the video.
squirming and angling like a little fox. And initially he had said $10,000, and she was like, "Oh," and he was like, "Oh, so where are you? What did you have in mind?" And then she's like, "Well, we were thinking 8 to 12 a day." He's like, "Okay, yeah."
Oh, that's so
And he also
embarrassing.
moved from dollars to pounds when she said, "Oh, pounds." He said, "Yeah, pounds." So he was kind of going along with it, trying to get as much money as possible. But it was just weird seeing these people. Normally you see it on Sky News or BBC or clean in HD, and then they Zoom call, squirming. Oh my goodness, these led by donkeys are geniuses.
Our last headline, this is a bit of sad news as well. I know a major incident has been declared after about 200 barrels of reservoir fluid, including oil, leaked into the water at Poole Harbour in Dorset. Poole Harbour commissioners, PHC, said a leak occurred at the pipeline operated by Perenco under Owers Bay on Sunday. Members of the public have been urged not to swim at Poole Harbour or the surrounding area until further notice. Perenco said a full investigation will be carried out into what happened. Poole is the largest natural harbour in Europe and a site of special scientific interest (SSI), which is home to a range of wading birds. In a statement, PHC said it is estimated that approximately 200 barrels of reservoir fluid has been released into the water column in Poole Harbour. Anyone who has come into contact with the spill should wash immediately with soap and water. If eyes have come into contact with the spill, they should be rinsed with water. It added that it had activated its oil spill plan and the pipeline had been shut down, with booms placed on either side of the leak. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you're saying topic of the day.
All right, people. So, today's topic of the day, it's going to be loosely linked to our interview later with Mel. But I want to ask everybody, this is a light-hearted one. How much do you really care about your nutrition, about your diet? Yeah? It's a broad question, of course, but I guess you can start off by talking about how much effort do you actually put in, right, every day to making sure you have a balanced diet?
I do in my head. I don't write things down or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. But when you're preparing your plate, do you think to yourself, there's some greens missing? Ooh, there's not enough protein.
I do think that.
Okay.
I don't always act on it though.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If there's some greens missing, well, we'll catch up tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I am very conscious of my diet.
Okay, cool. Mel, what about yourself?
I think I am conscious of it, but now I'm thinking about it. When I lived with my parents, back home in Zambia, we'd always have carbs, veg, and a protein.
Okay.
That was
the norm.
Yeah, that was
That's
normal.
really good.
But coming here, when you moved here, obviously we're gonna get into your background a bit more later, yeah. But when you moved here, you were still living with your parents, isn't it?
Yeah,
Did that same culture exist?
yeah,
So you kept having the carbs, protein.
yeah.
Okay.
That's really good.
But
Do
the
Nigerian
only
dishes have that?
weird thing was we had to buy the veg, and I found that quite strange.
Oh wow.
You didn't buy it back home?
No,
You grow your own
pluck
veg?
it from the garden. Yeah.
Oh,
See what I'm saying? This country.
it's nice. Because once here anyway, they've been injected with stuff. But
You know what I'm saying?
do we have that with Nigerian dishes? I don't like that. That's his carbs and protein.
Subconsciously though, if you look at let's just say pan de yam, yeah, and F4, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
you got
spinach.
your carbs, you got your spinach,
That's true, actually. Even okra is a vegetable.
yeah. You got your meat in there. So,
Okay, that's so cool.
what about you, Marks?
What's the question?
Do you? How much effort do you put into making sure you got a balanced diet every day?
None.
Not at all. So when you look at your plate, yeah, because I think yesterday you was frying up some prawns and that, innit?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you have your prawns with?
Pasta.
Okay. So in your mind, yeah, do you ever feel like there's not enough greens on this plate?
No.
Never ever.
Never.
Never.
Yeah, I don't know about stuff. I don't know what's healthy or calories or what do I need protein. I need this today or that. I don't think about that. I just have my meals when I have them. I don't consider what I've had for the day. Have I had in my 5 a day or veg or omega this week? Or I don't think about none of that shit at all.
Okay.
Like nothing. Doesn't. I just consume when I'm hungry.
What about you, Brent?
Yeah, I'm mindful of how much greens I consume. Yeah, I try to get a nice balance of protein, carbs, and greens daily.
So let's just say, for example, you're in a situation where, I don't know, for the past 3 days, yeah, for example, your meals have lacked greens. Are you then for example, on the Thursday?
I take supplements for my greens anyway. So
Okay.
it's impossible for it to lack, my consumption for the day to be lacking.
So do you feel as though your supplements somewhat takes it away from you having the actual
Yes.
physical? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
And that's, I guess, intentful.
Okay.
I know I can commit to drinking a cup of superfood infused water or juice, and sometimes me just eating like greens, I don't think I'll get enough or more than the actual cup gives me. So yeah, sometimes I do both.
Okay. And what about in terms of water, everybody?
Yeah.
Do you like drinking enough water?
I just drink water.
Okay.
You do what?
Just drinks water.
I'm just always drinking water.
Yeah, I only drink water or alcohol.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I remember to drink coffee.
Yeah, I'm more herbal teas. I don't drink as much water as I need to be drinking. I'm just in and out of the toilet. Sometimes I get tired, man.
But to be fair, with herbal teas, that counts though.
Yeah, it does.
Just-
It does, to be
yeah.
fair, yeah.
Fluid
Them,
still.
them drinks and all that, they're a hoax.
Which ones?
Herbal
All of them.
teas.
No, like fizzy drinks, juices. I mean, the fresh fruit juices and that
Yeah,
can
if
be
it's
nice.
not from
don't
concentrate.
get me wrong, but you don't need them though. And the transition was hard because obviously you want sweet things and all that, but like once that's out your system, you don't need them. Like water's everything. Every meal, anywhere I go, anything. What do you need? Water. That's it. Just drink water. It's fine. It's bang.
So this is not really related there, but a side question here. When you go out to restaurants and stuff, are you buying water or are you just getting tap water?
I buy it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't know I don't know when they change their pipes last. Get me a bottle, thank you very much.
I don't know when I've ever bought water, you know.
Oh, you just get the
I
tap
do
dry.
Just get tapped
Yeah.
straight.
No.
Tell them,
Tappy, so tappy.
Put a bit of lemon in it.
Kill the bacteria.
Flavor.
It makes me feel it's different.
Water's a hoax as well, though. The bottled water's not necessarily that much better. I mean, I suppose the pipe stuff, I've seen them people, like, the water's travelling around the pipes and some pipes are not in good conditions and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But water's potentially all the same and all that as well. And like the way that they categorize water, like the bottled
pH
water,
level.
just the way they categorize water, so like 1, 2, or 3, or whatever. Like there's certain purities or whatever. The bottled water is like not the best kind anyway, because there's certain things that happens. Like once it touches plastic, or once it's stored in the sun or whatever, then it drops down to the same level as like the tap water. And anyway, do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's not like it's classified. Like say this bottled water's better than the thing. In their eyes, it's all the same
If
shit.
I can tell the difference, I can taste the difference in water though, in bottled
Yeah.
waters.
You can.
I can tap water when in London. Then
Yeah.
if I'm up north and I have tap water, it's like, oh,
That's true though. Tap
That's
water,
tastes
tap water up
amazing.
north is
yeah,
it's
better.
like
it's
bang.
pure,
Serious.
Yeah.
really
The
good.
pipes are nice over there, boy.
It's not-
Yeah, it's not just north, it's just anywhere that, no,
That's not London.
Yeah.
You say down south is probably pretty good as well.
100%.
So what, since everyone, like, I guess, buys their water and whatnot, yeah, do you guys actually look at the pH levels?
Do you know what? So basically, the current water, I'm not going to show it because they're not paying people. But they've got like a lot of points. Like it tastes, I think it's the best tasting water I've actually ever had.
Okay.
So now I just stick with it. And also the bottle is nice, so it makes me want to drink the water more,
Okay.
basically. And like they've got like a whole thing about like sodium and like they've gone out of their way to give me points about the water that I don't need to. Sorry, hold on. Do you want to see it? Oh, I thought you were coming over to. Oh, do you want to drink it?
We're going to do a taste test.
What's the difference? That what you're saying is?
It's just nice. It's the
That
nicest
water is
water I've ever
decent.
had.
That water is
Flavored
decent though.
or just
Yeah, and so again?
is it flavored? Oh,
No, it's just pure water. But they've got like a lot of points as well inside of the bottle to let you know that yeah, it's low in this, it's low in this, there's no trace of this. It's really nice water. It's expensive as well. I've been buying it. I really like it.
How much does it cost?
So club card price at the moment is 90p.
Okay.
And it's like a litre. But outside of club card price, it's rude. If you've got anything negative to say to me.
I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying. How much are you paying for this?
Are you saying you don't like it?
Oh my goodness.
We've got a call coming through.
Is it meaty, Brent?
We're
Yeah,
going
but
to
do you know what
investigate
they-
this water.
Brent,
Hello, good morning.
I listen to nothing Brent saying.
It can't be worse than Volvic for real, man.
Good
I
morning.
think Volvic. I think Evian.
Volvic is disgusting water.
Can you guys
I don't
call
know why people drink it.
via
Serious?
WhatsApp,
But
please?
Yeah.
You're kidding me. Every time you come here, you need water. That's what Brent gives you.
Nah, Volvic is the best for me.
Not Volvic. Yeah, he gives me it, but I don't like it.
Volvic, then Highland Spring.
Highland Spring is the best for me. Then Volvic. Evian is the worst for me.
No, Evian's cool.
Evian doesn't taste like anything.
Evian tastes like boiled water. Like if I was to boil water
Now,
and
when
when
you
cool
when
down.
you boil water, you can taste the purity of it. And I'm not tasting that from Evian at all.
Nah, Evian doesn't give me the vibes. Evian want to work together though.
Evian for me tastes like the mountain. Hello, good morning.
Good
My
morning.
brands.
We can't
Hello.
hear you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Did they call on WhatsApp?
Yeah, but they're not doing something.
I feel like most waters, for the most part, I think they're all decent. The only water that I actually noticed that I think that I'm like, that I don't like this water is Volvic.
Do you know which one as
Like,
well?
all the
Is
rest
a
of it.
fraud.
Is it because you taste like a clink to it?
I don't know. It's just something. It's just not. It's just yeah.
It tastes like mountain water. You probably have never tasted mountain
Must
water.
taste like
How many mountains
mountain.
have you climbed?
Must taste like actual mountain. That's what.
Do you know which one is a fraud and it's just tap water? Yeah. The Costco one, the Kirkland.
Kirkland.
It's this.
Let me read.
There's a Turkish
This
joint
is
that the man they got that's clean as well. What's the Turkish strip called? The red. Is it the red top thing? That's decent. I don't know. You know you're racist. You don't like agriculture, but they got stuff.
Because I didn't understand what bottle you were talking about.
No, because you just
Hello, good morning. We can hear you now.
Oh, is it? Good morning.
Hello, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
we
we
can hear you.
can.
Fantastic. How's everyone doing this morning?
Good,
Bless
thank you.
you.
How are you
Thank
doing?
I'm very well. I'm very well. I was listening, but then had to go and tend to someone. Someone came to the door. But I heard you guys were talking about like balanced diets and stuff,
Yes.
and I've got quite a few views on this topic because it actually upsets me because okay, I believe that a lot of the information that we have out there about diets is completely false, and people are believing that things like having 5 pieces of fruit a day are healthy and stuff like that, especially within the Black community. In the Black community, I'm sure most of you are aware that we have a big problem with diabetes and heart disease, especially like when you aunties, when they get a certain age, they're all being put on loads and loads and loads of drugs for these illnesses. And my mom is actually she's a pharmacist. She looks at specifically diabetes and heart disease and in the NHS, and she looks at basically which medicines which medicines are the cheapest and most effective. And she's found over the years, she's almost 60 now, she's found over the years that the best way to avoid heart disease and diabetes, there's no drugs, drugs are poisons. And like initially, when we started using medicine to cure ourselves, we knew this. We knew that drugs is like a last resort. But now it's become so popular, and especially because of these big pharmaceutical companies, they want us to be in a constant state of sickness. Eating carbohydrates every single day. So even like you know the saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah.
Complete and utter rubbish. That was created by Mr. Kellogg's himself, the man who is selling the cereal. There's oh, sorry, I don't even know. Like, there's so many things that I can mention, but it actually makes me emotional, but especially when people don't even like or look into these things, because people just say, "Oh yeah, like I'm having my 5 a day. I'm eating rice, pasta, bread, all these things." And especially when you think about it, everywhere you go. But because me myself, I'm on a ketogenic diet, so I don't eat any carbs at all. Well, that's a lie. Like if I was to go like to a friend's birthday party or something like that, I would have a burger. But that's every now and then. Eating carbohydrates every single day. Like you wake up, you have a bowl of cereal, then now you're having a sandwich, and then later on you're having a plate of rice. The insulin levels in your blood are they're sky high all day, every day. They're never going to have a chance to come down. And then that's what leads to insulin resistance. And then before you know it, now the doctors will be putting you on drugs. Now, even these doctors, the way they treat people, okay, so around 3 years ago, I was diagnosed, they said that I had a heart disease. I had tonsillitis one day. Now I'm 20. I'm very young, I'm very fit. I go to the gym every single day. I'm very fit. But so I went to I had tonsillitis. I went to the hospital. They said, "Oh, your heart you've got an irregular heartbeat." So I said, okay, and at this time I was probably around like 18, 17. I didn't really know any better. I was just listening to these people. Eventually, blah blah blah, they put me on 3 different drugs that they said that I had to be on for the rest of my life. And I had an operation. It's called an ablation, around 2 years ago. Then after that, it was probably around 3 years ago now because of COVID. So after that, then COVID came, and when COVID came, they completely forgot about my heart because they were trying to save everybody else and trying to force them to take injections and stuff. So even me with this alleged heart condition that apparently was life-threatening to me, they completely forgot about it because the what's it called? The vaccine was more important. And what am I trying to say with this? Oh yeah, so then recently, I would say around 6 months ago, I had a catch-up call with the doctors, and they called me and they said that they looked at my blood results and they said that everything's looking perfect. What have you been doing? Like you've gone into complete remission. And I told them, listen, I can't lie to you. For the past 2 years, I haven't touched any of the drugs that you've been giving me. In fact, they would probably be able to see it because I never even went to the GP to pick them up. And then as soon as I said that to them, although they can see the results on the screen, that everything's looking perfect, the doctor actually had the audacity to try and tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. And that I should start. I need to be on these drugs for the rest of my life. Now, I have never felt a single symptom from this what's it called? This alleged heart condition that they told me that I had. But now it's like they're forcing me to be on drugs. Why would they want me to be on drugs for the rest of my life, if not for so that they can make money somewhere? And although people can say, oh, we're in England, the NHS, we don't pay for it, so how can they be trying to make a profit? No, it's not that, because everything in life is paid for. Just because we are not paying for it directly from our pockets, someone somewhere is paying for it somewhere, and these pharmaceutical companies are making gazillions of pounds from just keeping you ill. You cannot go outside. Try it. Every single road that you go to, every single high street, there is a cafe. If you go into a cafe, everything is high with carbs, high with sugar. Why do you think that is?
All right, Saleh, yeah.
Thank you so far.
Yeah, thank you very much, yeah, for everything you said so far, yeah. So like you said, your diet is keto, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, can you just explain what keto is to the people? Like,
keto diet is so it's very low carbs and high fats. So me personally, I don't eat any direct carbs. So like I wouldn't eat any. Well, first of all, sugar. So any fruits as well. People think that there's good sugars and bad sugars. No, that's not true, because your stomach, when it breaks down the food into molecules, it does not discriminate. It just sees sugar as sugar. So whether it's bread, pasta, potatoes, rice, an apple, Haribos, a spoonful of sugar, it's all the same thing. Yeah. So but I don't eat any of that. High fats. A lot of oils, so a lot of ghee. I fry it a lot. Like my onions and vegetables in ghee, and then peanuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
a lot of.
And what country are you from, like originally?
So my mother is from Ghana and my father is from Uganda and Oman.
Okay. So okay. Now you mentioned earlier when you first started talking about how in the black community, obviously we're suffering from high levels of diabetes and things of that nature, right? And I guess obviously what you're saying, you're linking it to the fact that obviously we're just consuming so much carbs, right? So obviously our insulin just needs to keep being produced.
I think that's part of the problem.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't talk it all down to that, but I would say it's part of the problem. And I think black people, because we are more prone to it, so that I think there must be some form of genetic thing within us in black people which makes us more prone, and then eating the carbs, the way we eat rice every single day, that definitely would not help.
Okay, but what about back home? Because back home, diabetes is not what it is in the West. So
that's not true.
It's not.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Back home in Ghana, it's not
yes,
true.
we eat less processed.
Yeah.
Back home.
So say that again. In Ghana, what?
It's not true. It's not true. I know so many of my family members, my aunties and uncles. If you go and just ask around, so many people they won't come out forward and tell you, oh yes, I'm actually struggling with this. But when you go and look at, and because my mum is a pharmacist, but not just that, but she actually coaches people with low carb. she coaches people and she tells them the right things to do, and she's been going around like with churches and all this and that. And it's like, even when you ask the person, oh, okay, so like, how are you? Are you fit? Are you healthy? Oh, they say yes. And then they'll say, oh, it's just that my doctor said that maybe I should take this one. And then slowly, before you know it, they're listing before you know it, they're listing like 5-6 drugs that they're on a daily basis. But when you ask them, so like they won't come out front and say, oh no, I have diabetes. You see? But I cannot agree with you when you say that it's not a problem.
According to Statista,
big
apparently more than 4.16 million people in Ghana have type 2 diabetes. That's a lot of people.
You see?
Okay. But
I don't know how
when
I know the fact.
But all right, but when I'm not too sure if you can say it there, Brent. When did that start? Because the reason why I'm saying that is I really wish I could find a doctor, right? But he's a mainly plant-based doctor, and he found, like, from his research, his studies, and this was like basically based on this is the reason why he basically is eating the way he's eating, right? And he found that in these studies back home, because of our high carb, high starch diet, right? This is why we're not prone to as many cancers, for example. And this is why he pushes that for his clients. Now, remember, this study would have been done at a certain time before you've got the new westernized, processed, every type of thing is processed. So you can go to Ghana right now, you can go to anywhere in Africa, and you can go to the supermarkets, right? And find loads of processed goods, just like here in the West. They're importing so many products from here back home. People are thinking this is the best thing to eat. You know what I'm saying? But back home, before 100 years ago, 50 years ago, our diets weren't like this. It was still high carb, sweet potato, cassava, yam, all these type of things. But people were not suffering from diabetes. It's a different time.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but like even those examples that you gave, the sweet potatoes, the yams, I have forgotten the term for them, but they are not. They're a different type of carbs.
Yes.
Because they're different carbs. They are like the better type of carb, which although as I said, at the end of the day, when you eat, your body doesn't discriminate. And not even just that, I would make a further point to say so me, myself, the way I live my life, I view myself as a caveman because that's what we are. Every single one of us living on this planet, whether you like it or not, we are cavemen. We've built houses and we've got iOS updates. But other than that, we are cavemen. So there shouldn't be any natural or new things that we should start trying to ingest and putting into our bodies. When you look at things like rice, potatoes, even sweet potatoes, you need to sit down and denature this thing for 30, 40 minutes. Before your body can even start to imagine to process that through your body. You won't be able to pick a spoonful of rice or just the hard rice and start eating. You'll get sick. You see, it's not natural for you to be digesting these things. And you can say, you can try and argue that, but meat, you need to cook meat. No, because really and truly, you can go and bite the cow and you'll be fine. You can go and eat the cow as it's walking. You'll be fine. It's just because of taste. That's why we cook things. That's why we cook the meat. If the only thing that you could say is maybe what's it called, chicken, because you can get maybe salmonella from that. But other than that, meats and fish, it's naturally you can eat it. All these things that you have to go and it's not natural for you to be eating these things. It's not natural.
Okay.
And it's causing big problems. There was a study, in fact, not a study. We are the study, but I think in the 1970s or 60s in America, that's when the shift from. That's when Mr. Kellogg's came around and they started mass producing these cereals, and you can see that since because from before that people were eating cooked breakfasts, so like eggs, bacons, like that was more popular, although it still happens now. Like now, but because everything is fast, people want to live a fast life, so it's easy to eat a fast breakfast quickly. And from that point there, heart disease and diabetes, the levels went up exponentially from that point. Yeah.
I have a question, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Esther wants to ask you a question.
Do you have a question?
No.
You know, like, I'm just interested because you're very passionate and like knowledgeable on like food and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm not even that knowledgeable. My mum is the one. She knows everything. I just get everything from her. But yeah, sorry, continue.
But yeah, so I was gonna ask you, like, is it important for you to be equally yoked to someone, like, in terms of like nutrition wise? Because that would, if I knew all this stuff, yeah, it put me off. If I was on a date and you're out here ordering things that, do you know what I mean, things that I see as unhealthy? Is that important to you?
Me personally, so as I said, if I was to go out on if I'm at a restaurant, I'll basically eat whatever. Like I won't go crazy. Like I wouldn't sit down and actually it depends, because even if I was to go to like a family party, every now and then, like everyone likes jollof rice and these sort of things, but it's every once in a while. But in general, if I was to see like someone living their life on a day-to-day, and it's not even that it would put me off what they're eating, because like before I started this diet when I went to university, and before then, like up until I went to university, and even I was telling one of my friends this yesterday that I don't even know how I had the discipline to start this diet whilst I was away from home, because my mom and like my family, we all started it together, but I was away, and I only started it because she gave me the information. Once you know better, you do better. So if I was with someone and I told them the information, and like it just makes sense. So if you see a good thing and you choose to ignore it, then I'm just going to see you as stupid.
How,
So
bro? You can't just tell
view it as
man
stupid.
don't eat rice, eat raw fish, and bite cows, and
No,
tell me
but
I'm stupid because I'm not
but-
listening. Man ain't got no receipts, you know. Man just kind of just making all these claims and telling me all this
No one
information.
said
Bro, that's
raw.
good stuff. Look,
No one said
What?
eat raw fish. I don't eat raw fish.
What's this?
No
What you
one
showing me?
said eat
keto
raw
diet.
fish.
What you
Keto
can't
diet.
eat. It's what you can eat and what you can't eat for the keto diet.
That's fair. But no, you know what? Thank you, Saleh.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Yeah.
before you
Thank
go,
you very
what do you eat for breakfast? Because you said breakfast is bad.
It's a cereal.
Okay, well, most days I eat once a day. I'm a very big guy. I'm 6'4". I'm 110 kilograms, and I eat once a day, probably at like 1 to 2 a.m.
110 kg.
every day. 110 kg.
Okay.
And so
Wait,
what I
20,
eat is I
6'4".
literally.
You need to go to the WWE, Killy. You need to, what?
So yeah, I think there are 5 things that I eat. So I eat peanuts, like a mix of roasted peanuts.
For breakfast.
Eggs, and if I eggs, sorry.
Yeah, they have the opinions for breakfast.
Well, no, like I eat once a day. I eat once a day. So whatever day that is. So it would be. With the peanuts, I would snack throughout the day. Then eggs, burgers, meat or fish, and vegetables. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much
All right.
it. I eat a lot
When
of
does
eggs.
your main meal get consumed?
Night time? So like after I've finished with my day.
All right. So during the
yeah,
day,
I'll-
you eat peanuts and walnuts and stuff.
If I'm snacking, yeah, but the thing is, and especially once you go onto this diet, you'll realize I don't think about food. Most days, at the end of the day, I have to actually sit down for a good 1 minute and actually think, have I eaten today? Or should I eat? Like, because we as humans, we should not be thinking about food all the time. Food is a fuel that it just keeps you living. It's not something that you should be like thinking about like that. It's and the fact that people think about food all the time and they think, oh, I need to go and do this. I'm really craving that. What do you think that is? It's capitalism. These people have got you in a chokehold.
Nah,
Sorry, wait. Salah, you said you go to gym every day?
Every day. Well, I aim for every day, so it's like.
Do you
it
take
ends up being
protein
like
shake?
No, just creatine.
What?
Just
Creatine.
Okay.
Creatine, yeah, just creatine. No protein shake.
And you mix that with what? Water?
Water, yeah. And I only drink water as well. No juices or anything. That is also poison as well.
All right. So during the day, you snack on nuts.
If I'm hungry.
You must be consuming a lot of
You
nuts.
eat once.
Because if
nuts-
you're going to the
nuts
gym
and
and you're
abundance of
exerting
fats.
all that
Yeah,
energy,
yeah.
No, you see, the way that you are seeing it. It's like, honestly, I do not get hungry. You see the way in the day you will probably get cravings and stuff. I don't get them. The only reason you get them is the way carbs is a drug. Like, have you ever had like a
No, I believe you.
plate of
Salah,
rice
I believe you.
something?
I believe you. I believe you that carbs is a drug. We're on the same. We're on the
Okay.
same path. Then. All right, cool. Thank you very much for
Wait,
calling
before you go, sorry, Brent. Before you go, are you part of the community?
Yeah. I've been listening. I'm a day one, man.
No, but
Every
are
single
you
day.
in the actual community?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I signed up a while ago. I haven't been on it in a bit, but I signed up
Okay.
a
You
while
want to have
ago.
a back and forth?
What I want you to do, if you don't mind, have you eaten today?
No.
Okay. Can you take a picture of your plate?
Of your plate, please. Actually, I want to see that.
And put it in the community, please. Because
Okay.
obviously, like you said, you're
Yeah,
6'4",
yeah.
100 and something kg. You're a
Yeah,
big
that's
guy. So I want to see what you're
Yeah,
consuming,
yeah.
how many calories, and obviously we could just assume that throughout the day you're having nuts as well, innit?
Well, right now I don't have any. I need to go. But
All
yeah,
right.
sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Please don't
Okay,
lie. Like,
I'll do that.
let us see how much nuts you're eating during the day as well. Because I don't understand
Oh,
this whole
yeah,
gym.
yeah.
You go gym
I'm
every
on it.
single day, and after gym, surely your body is screaming for some sort of sustenance.
No. Because it's
Is it too much for us to
it's
draw a
the
picture,
carbs that makes you. Because you have cravings all the time. You can't imagine not having the cravings. Yeah. But once you get yourself out of that craving mindset, you completely forget about food. My thoughts are just about life, not about the food that I'm going to. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you, man.
But yeah, I'll definitely do that today.
All right,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for the call.
Yeah, and
Bye.
love the show, guys. Love the show.
Love you too. Bye.
Do you know I'm a lost
Bye.
cause? All this shit just made me hungry. I was like, I could do a sandwich. It's like a breakfast bagel. That's what I could do.
Kind of toast.
Listen,
I think everything in moderation is the best.
this
thing.
is it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, my thing is, like I can't, this is why I don't do like diets and stuff. I just eat healthy and I eat in moderation and I don't always follow my cravings and stuff. And I work out and do you know what I mean? I just have to do because this life is for the living. I don't know what the setup is over there in heaven. So I don't know if there's Chinese food there already. Do you get me? I just don't know. So I can't, I love food so much, right? I really like food. I can't deprive myself of one of the great things that God has blessed me with in this land. I love fruits. I love cherries. I love mangoes. I love all of that stuff. So yeah, man, I just make it work.
But surely some foods are just better than others, right? You know what I mean? Like
It depends. Because better is always subjective, isn't it?
This is true.
Hello.
Hello, good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hiya, how are you?
Oh, good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you.
I was just listening in there. My name's Kev. I was just listening
Kev?
in there to Kev. Yeah, hi.
Oh,
Her name is Kev.
is it from the chat, I think?
Yes,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
name is Kev.
Yeah.
That's what we did there.
So I was listening to the guy there about the ketogenic diet and all that. I did keto for 2 years. It actually, it kind of just makes you like, okay, so it has great health benefits. Like I lost 30 kilos using keto. I'm 6'1".
You say
I
30?
was 130. Yeah, 30 kilos. Like I was
Wow.
130 kilos at the time when I started it. And then I dropped down to 100 kilos, just about 100 kilos and 95 kilos. But then like obviously everyday life, it's not really sustainable. So, because it does lead into having like a fear of food. Because like even now, I'm off keto now 2 years. And even now, you kind of like build a fear of like carbs. Like you build fear of foods. Like you're just like, it turns into like an eating disorder. You're kind of like, I shouldn't be eating this because it's bad. But even like oatmeal, like I never used to eat oatmeal. Like oatmeal is such like a basic source of energy, a basic breakfast, everything. But like you'd fear even eating oatmeal. So like I know he was preaching about like good benefits and stuff like that on his side, but I do think like fad diets like that do build like eating disorders. Because it's just, you cancel out a complete group of food just because you want to lose weight or blah, blah, blah. But it does have its benefits as well. Like I'm a nurse and it does help with like, it does help with like epilepsy and stuff like that. And people with diabetes, like it's been proven to most of my patients would be on like a ketogenic diet because of their epilepsy and their sugar levels and stuff like that. But just saying, if you want to do any fad diets, just don't let it like consume you into a point where you're like having fear of foods, like because that's what it just ends up in the end.
Would you say that a balanced diet is basically subjective then? What's balance is different for everybody?
It would be, yeah. Like it'd be like everybody has. I don't know. Like, would you say in what sense? Like,
because like you're saying, like people with diabetes, epilepsy, and stuff, yeah, they may benefit from having low carbs. You know what I'm saying, and high fats and high protein. But somebody else, for example, who may be very, I don't know, slim or whatever, maybe needs, you know what I'm saying, them glycogen stores and things of that nature, maybe wants the high carb diet.
Yeah, no, I'd say I know what you mean, but it would be for like if you're using it in weight loss.
Okay.
That would probably be like the one that would kind of trigger like eating disorders and stuff like that. But I know some people, like a lot of people, would benefit from high carb and high carb. I can't even speak. High fat and low carb diet. But like if you're using it in like fad diets and weight loss and stuff like that, it does build like eating disorders and stuff like that. So
okay,
yeah, that's all.
Thank you very much for calling in. Where are you from?
Thanks. I'm from Dublin.
Okay.
You can call in anytime. I love your voice.
I know. I'm so
Thanks
mesmerized
very
by it.
much. Right, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.
You too. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap up here, but I just want to ask quickly, if obviously we know diet basically to some degree determines our life expectancy, right? If we know this is the case, why is it that we don't put in crazy amounts of efforts?
Because we're not God, and ultimately you can do whatever you want to do and put in all the effort you want to put in. But I feel like people knowing that ultimately we're not in control is why some people don't want to live in a way that restricts that.
And
because
you can buck a shooter in Marbella.
Exactly, and your husband will be up in your room looking at your sex. Do you know what I mean? Because even like I remember there's a guy from my workplace, and he looks good. He works out. His diet is really good. Like this guy one time was missing from work for like a week plus. Came back. Well, are you okay, hon? He's like, I had a heart attack.
Wow.
Young guy. Do you get what I mean? So I think that's what it is. Ultimately, when you think about it, you're just depriving yourself of stuff. But it depends how much you hold value to it. You think about like food. Food is just more than something that you eat. It's like it's a way of bonding. It's family thing. Like, there's so many. Okay, girl, 1 second. There's so much to it that is difficult. If you want to do the whole, you're going to be strict with this and strict with that, it can be miserable. People that are on diets that don't eat carbs, they're angry all the time. They're angry all the damn because I've tried it.
Yeah, he did some kind of.
Yeah, man, he eats some carbs.
Yeah. He was passionate.
Yeah. Say that it sounds like someone that needs to eat. Do you know what I mean?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, caller.
Hi, morning. My name's Bethany.
Morning, Bethany.
I just wanted to call in and just quickly say, I think sometimes the conversation around nutrition can come from a place of privilege. And I think it's really important to be mindful that there are people that I think do care about their nutrition, particularly when it comes to their children or their families, but they don't have the financial resources to go on these fancy diets or have these health foods or these superfoods. So I think it's just really important to remind people that to be easy on themselves and to give themselves a break. That I think everyone's doing the best that they can, particularly in a cost of living crisis. It can be really difficult. And I think we can create anxiety with these conversations around people, seemingly needing to live healthy, but their bank balance doesn't reflect that when they go shopping. And just personally, I mean, I too have also been on a keto diet, and I did that in order to lose weight. I would personally say that I don't think it's a sustainable diet on a long-term basis, but it does have its benefits. And I think it's really important as individuals that we seek knowledge for ourselves, learn our own bodies and what works for us based on our circumstances. That's really important. We can use these conversations to share information, but ultimately I think people need to assume responsibility for themselves and find a diet and a lifestyle that works for them. And just in my own personal experience recently, I just had a baby.
Congrats.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm a pescatarian. I've been a pescatarian since I was about 15, 16 years old. And so when I got pregnant, I was given a whole load of information in regards to what I could eat and what I couldn't eat. And I bring that up because pregnant women are sort of advised not to eat certain things like particular types of eggs, particular types of cheeses. And in particular, I was told I couldn't eat a lot of fish, which sent me in a bit of a spiral because, as you can imagine, being pregnant, I want to have the most healthiest pregnancy I possibly can. But I'm a pescatarian. I eat fish on a daily basis. So having to re-educate myself during my pregnancy to be more plant-based was a really difficult job. And if I really liked the first caller that called in. I share his passion, but I think sometimes we have to be careful because if I took the advice of not eating carbs, I wouldn't have had a healthy pregnancy. Chickpeas, onions, carrots, these foods are carbohydrates. So we have to be careful when we say, a blanket statement like carbs are bad or, complex carbs are better, but we should avoid them. Like that's coming from a place of privilege. So for me, that chooses to only eat a plant-based or fish-based diet, that wouldn't have been the best advice for me during that time. And I mean, none of us are health professionals, none of us are nutritionists, but those people are out there. And I would just implore people to seek knowledge and find a lifestyle that works for you, but be easy on yourself. We're all doing the best that we can. Portion control is a good thing. If you are someone that's trying to lose weight or just eat a bit better, portion control is always good. And just whack more greens on your plate along with your carbs. If you're going to have chips, have it with a side of salad. Like, just do what you can. But that was all I wanted to say, really.
Thank you very much, Bethany.
Thank you, and you're doing a great job with the show. Thank you.
I appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you, lovely.
All right, guys.
The bread mugs look.
Oh yeah, sensational. I don't know why that caused so much fuss. This is big drip. And it's split. It's like it split the nation because a lot of people agree with me, but a lot of people are moving like.
Yeah, I definitely voted no.
What's that?
It's just chips and beans.
Chips, beans, and cheese. There's a cheese on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like if I had beans on toast
Yeah,
and I grated cheese on it. It wouldn't be so egregious.
Yeah, the cheese is what threw me off because you know my situation.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I'm having like a English breakfast, I mean I don't cry when the beans and the chips touch, but it really does go together.
Trust me, I don't know.
It goes together.
People thought I cooked that and I was promoting it. I just saw this on Twitter. You get me? And I was promoting it, but I'm letting people know, regardless of whether I made it or not, I'm of the belief that is lean cuisine right there. That is serious stuff.
But the people
Even just look at it now, I just want to go and grab something. That would be sensational. Trust me.
Salad is disgusted right now.
Yeah, I think we can move on from there.
Thank God. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, trigger warning here. US President Joe Biden has declared a state of emergency in Mississippi after a tornado killed at least 26 people as it tore through the area. The declaration will make federal funding available to Carroll, Humphreys, Monroe, and Sharkey counties, the places that were hardest hit by the deadly storm on Friday. Recovery crews are continuing the daunting task of sifting through the debris of flattened buildings with dozens injured and hundreds displaced. The massive storm left a trail of devastation in one of the poorest regions of the US as it tore through several towns on its hour-long path. High winds flattened entire streets, obliterated houses, ripped a steeple off of a church, and toppled a municipal water tower. One man, died when his trailer home flipped several times in Alabama. Even as recovery starts, the risk remains of further severe weather, including high winds, large hailstones, and the possibility of more tornadoes in eastern Louisiana, south-central Mississippi, and south-central Alabama. According to data from the National Weather Service, the tornado reached gusts of between 166 miles per hour and 200 miles per hour. And the next headline brings us back to the UK and the trigger warning here as well. And children as young as 8 are being strip searched by the police, according to a report showing deeply concerning and widespread failures. It's also found that black children were up to 6 times more likely to be searched than the overall child population. Imagine.
Sounds about right.
This is it. The report by the Children's Commissioner, Dame Rachel de Souza, showed 2,847 children were strip searched in England and Wales from 2018 to mid-2022. The National Police Chiefs Council will carefully consider the findings. The Running Me Trust, which is a race equality charity, said, "Our children are being failed by the state institutions that are there to protect them." More than half, 52% of the searches took place without an appropriate adult. So there was no legal requirement, nothing, except when there's a serious risk to a child's life or welfare. And 51% of the searches led to no further action. So you just wasted half everyone's time.
That must be so scary for kids, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine being stopped. Like, as an adult, I tense up when I see police around me. Imagine a kid and then you're being searched. That's so embarrassing.
Sad, man. Sad. And the last headline takes us to Israel, where tens of thousands of Israelis have taken to the streets to protest after Benjamin Netanyahu fired his defense minister over his opposition to a planned judicial overhaul. Yoav Gallant had called on the prime minister to scrap the proposals which have divided the country and led to mass protests and even sparked growing discontent within the military. Netanyahu's move on Sunday underscored his determination to press on with the overhaul, which has also angered business leaders and raised concerns among Israel's allies. Gallant was the first senior member of the ruling Likud party to speak out against the plan. But as droves of protesters flooded the streets late into the night, other Likud ministers began indicating willingness to hit the brakes. The culture minister, Miki Zohar, who is a Netanyahu confidant, said that the party would support him if he decided to pause the judicial overhaul. A parliamentary vote this week will take place on the centerpiece of the overhaul, a law that would give the governing coalition the final say over judicial appointments. It also seeks to pass laws that will grant Parliament the authority to override Supreme Court decisions and limit judicial reviews of laws. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into Word and Road. All right, I'm going to be quick with it. So, we're talking about her the other day, actually, Leona Lewis. But basically, Cee Lo Green, you know Cee Lo Green?
Yes.
The artist?
Mm-hmm.
He's a very interesting character.
Very talented.
Talented, but interesting character. As in, not interesting good.
Yeah.
Interesting, problematic.
Okay.
Because I watched a show, a reality show that he was on.
Mm-hmm.
No, his girl at the time, I don't know if that was his girl or his wife, at the time was on. So was Usher's ex, Neo's ex, and Kevin Hart's ex was on there. I think it was called Atlanta X or something like that. And it was very interesting. It was very interesting, like knowing about Cee Lo Green, because I like his music.
Mm-hmm.
So like knowing what he was like personally to deal with. So yikes. But anyways, so basically he had this club appearance to make and he rode in on a horse. Yep. Like an actual horse. An actual horse.
Creative.
No. It's animal cruelty. Because basically, so Leona Lewis called him out for that and she said, "Animal cruelty, shame on you, Cee Lo Green. This poor horse is lame and can't even walk. He's clearly terrified and being dragged around. Unbelievable how a truly sentient and beautiful creature is being degraded like this." It was actually quite sad to watch the video because obviously horses should be out in the wild, isn't it? Not in some club where it's all dark and stuff. And the poor thing did look terrified. And they had to have like two people like trying to force it to go the way it wanted to go. But at one point, it threw Cee Lo Green off. And you know he's little. He's a very, very little man. Threw him right off feet, literally. Humpty Dumpty really roll back. It was a whole thing. And the horse was going to run loose. That's wild. In a club. People just do too much, man. Do too damn much. Speaking of people doing too much, the Swarm is not, people are not taking the TV show Swarm. It's marked like say Swarms.
Swarms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Say Swarms. Everybody would have known what you was talking about.
No, the bloody ones. You shouldn't know what I'm talking about if I say Swarms. But basically, that show, I feel like it's really going over people's heads. Like, but I guess that's what's ironic about it, because I guess people who watched it and who are part of these cultic, these cults they want to call stands, are missing the entire point. So years and years and years ago, Justine Bieber and Selena Gomez went out. Very beautiful couple they were, but obviously for whatever reasons they broke up years ago. Justin Bieber has gone on to be a Christian man, to be married. Like he's gone on to he's moved on. So has Selena. Like Selena's had like health stuff, but sister's living a healthy life. She's minding her business. She drops music here and there. She's still charted. I don't know if she's still the highest listened person on Spotify, but sis had that kind of stats under her belt. They've moved on. But his fans, their fans, as in Selena and Justin, I don't know what they call them. Bieber, I don't know what they called. I don't know what they call a couple at the time. But those stands have literally consistently bullied Justin Bieber's wife, so Hailey Bieber. They like consistently. So if she or her friends as well. So if she posts anything, they're recently bullying Kylie Jenner as well, and because they do all of this in support of Selena, even though Selena didn't ask nobody to do anything. So they've been doing all of that kind of mess. It's really been going on like to the point where it's like death threats, and it's very, very weird. That side of stan culture has got nothing on the Beehive, nothing on the Rihanna Navy, nothing on the Barbs. They're very weird. So anyways, what's it called? So Hailey has come out. I'm sorry, and then Justine Skye was involved with it as well. She is how I know that Twitter allows like stupid ass long tweets. I didn't know that. You know when you get a tweet, it says see more? I didn't know that was a thing. So because she wrote a paragraph on Twitter over the weekend, and knowing that I did read it, I will not subject you guys. I read it so you guys don't have to.
So how many characters is there now?
I think it's unlimited. I think when you're verified, it's unlimited.
Okay.
Because it was very stupid.
I don't think it's unlimited.
No, Brent, this was, okay, it's got to be at least 1,000. It was a whole ass paragraph.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. But anyway, so Hailey came out and said, so Selena first of all said, she said, Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience...
What happened?
4,000 characters.
Wow.
There's a reason why I do word and road, you know. I know the word
Might
and
as well
road.
be unlimited.
Might as well
Yeah,
be.
for real.
It used to
It's
be
proper mad.
280. Yeah.
Because literally, it had like 3 paragraphs I could see. Then it said, see more. I said, see more? Clicked it, like 3 other paragraphs. I said, yeah, girl, behave. So she said, this isn't what I stand for, Selena Gomez. No one should have to experience hate or bullying. I've always advocated for kindness and really want all this to stop. This has been going on for years, by the way. Do you know how mad this is? And then Hailey then said, I want to thank Selena for speaking out, as her and I have been discussing the last few weeks how to move past this ongoing narrative between her and I. The last few weeks have been very hard for everyone involved, and millions of people are seeing so much hate around. Basically, she thanks Selena in it. I can't bother to read all of this. I'm read out. Yeah, she basically thanks Selena. It's very, very weird. So whenever if she posts something, and she posts something like, something I don't know, something like pretty girls have the nicest days or whatever, yeah. They'll be like, oh, shade to Selena, because Selena's ill. Like they've just been putting 2 and 2 and 5 and getting 21. It's very, very weird. Yeah, it's all weird. But I wanted to report on that. I just thought it was interesting.
Well, I see that Selena posted or something on her story telling them to stop in it.
Yeah.
But then I see people saying that she's shady.
Yeah, because that's what they do. They read into everything. She said stop
So
sending someone
is it
death
shady
threats.
or is it genuine?
I don't think it's shady, man. I don't think it's shady.
Oh.
Just reason, I feel like there have been subtle things where I'm like, I see why the fans are saying something like this. Because I think there was something playing in the background or just doing that. You know when it's like, because that's where Justine Skye comes into it. She had a picture of her and Hailey Bieber, and the caption was something shady that did allude like it was about Selena. But then she then came and said her Snapchat was hacked. But then people were like, that's dumb because the post says from camera roll. And people were like, yeah, but someone could screenshot it and then put... It's just stupid. It's giving me a headache right now. It's stupid. It's just stupid. The biggest thing, though, is what I want to talk about, is about Jonathan Majors. Before I even get into the story yet, I want to make it clear. I am not on any side. All I'm here to do is just report the news, okay? This is not me advocating for nothing. I'm not advocating for the girls. I'm not advocating for the men. I am just letting you guys know what had happened over the weekend. Okay? Making that clear. Jonathan Majors, who was in Creed, and the black man that a lot of women's is, lusting over on the timeline. The one that looks like, he's born in the wrong era and should have been fighting with MLK and them. Over the weekend, he was arrested. He was arrested for allegedly assaulting a woman who it's now come out that it's his girlfriend. So basically, he was arrested for misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, attempted assault, and harassment. So basically, what the story is that they were in a cab. They were in New York. They were in a cab, and he was on his phone or whatever. She peeped that he might have been texting a girl. So she's then like, "Were you texting whatever?" He then basically got violent with her, and there was like bruises on her, like allegedly like strangling and a whole like chaotic thing.
Have you seen she showed it?
No, so we don't even know who this woman is.
Okay.
No, we don't know who she is. So and then she ended up leaving. They're basically separated, and then she then went to the police the next day or something like that, and then they felt that they had enough, like there was enough physical marks on her for them to arrest him. So he got arrested, but then he was released without bail. And his lawyers, of course, are saying that, it's all bullshit. But before I get to his lawyer's statement, whilst all of that was happening, while the news broke out on the media, whatever, on social media, there was a few other women who came out and said, actually, I've had history with him and sounds about Jonathan, basically. And then there's also 2 film directors who actually spoke about he's known for, like, people know this of him. He's just kind of kept quiet because he's beloved. So there was a guy called, one second, y'all. So his name's A.B. Allen. He's a filmmaker. And a while ago, in February actually, well, I said a while ago, it was last month. February, he tweeted, there's a particular actor, relatively new on the scene, who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who in actuality is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being. Sorry, I should have said trigger warning. Very, very sorry about this, trigger warning. Both professionally and in his personal life. And every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane. So obviously, when all of this news came out about, him being arrested or whatever, someone said, quote tweeted and said, now we know who this tweet was about. And the person, the Allen guy who actually tweeted, the filmmaker, then quote tweeted that and said, ding, ding, ding. Essentially, this is right, basically.
Wow.
And then he says, he went on to say as well, he said, because basically people were like, okay, well, tell people more then, kind of thing. And he said that he wouldn't, because what it will do is expose people who have been hurt, who don't want to come forward, basically. He said the specifics of what I know, unfortunately, will still expose people who have been hurt and deserve to not become part of some larger media inquiry if they don't want to. So I'm not going to get into the details, but now you'll know his deal. Now you'll know what his deal is. And then the next person who spoke about it was, she's a theatre co-founder, Society Theatre co-founder and Broadway actor and director. His name is Tim Nicolai. I want to point out as well, as the men talking, so, for any insults, I want to rise up. So he basically said as well that it's strangely a relief to know that other humans were out there who understand. And he basically said how there's like people who knew him from in Yale and like the New York communities have always kind of referred to him as a sociopath and an abuser. He said, I'm just going to say this about Jonathan Majors and be done with it. Folks at Yale and the broader NYC community have known about him for years. He's a sociopath and abuser, and that is how virtually everyone speaks about him. It's a shame it took this long for him to be reported. And then also talked about, again, people are like, more information, blah, 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 blah. Then he said, I'm already seeing a bunch of why didn't you do anything? Like, why didn't people talk up? Or why, if everyone knows this, why hasn't anything been done, basically? And he says, folks, people have tried. Ultimately needed a victim to come forward. It's both simultaneously awful to know he's still doing this and also relief that he may never get to do it again. And he says a bunch of us are close with people and sometimes multiple people he has directly harmed. I don't know if they will speak on it. It is completely their decision. And obviously when people were then questioning his, what he was saying, he said, if casting directors like you, that's the currency, but nobody, he's basically saying how like no one's going to call out the exes or anybody like that or get people to come forward if they don't want to come forward. And that's why he's been able to be hush-hush. And he said, literally, as the news has broken up, he's got people texting him right now in real time, like talking about it and saying, yeah, I remember this and this happened to me and blah, blah. But what was interesting was A.B. Allen then went on to say about, hold on. Yeah, so basically he went on to kind of issue like not an apology tweet, but a follow-up tweet about his previous, stuff about, he's a vicious, abusive human being, blah, blah, blah. He said, I regret my overly flippant tone here. I read the words alleged assault in the tweet. Figured we were talking about a shoving match outside of a bar or something. Then posted this. Once I read the details, that's the details of this arrest over the weekend. Once I read the details, far more brutal than I expected, I wished I had said something else. Everything I've known about has not been physical. This is why I can't understand what he's talking about. It's not a huge leap at all for emotionally violent, professionally abusive people to become physically violent as well. But I was not made aware of it. This is uniquely horrific and very grave. So it's just been a whole mess basically over the weekend. His lawyers obviously have spoken up and said that. Let me read that part of their statements for you. 1 second. So it said, this is what his lawyers have said. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably, he's basically the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. Basically, what they're saying is that they've got evidence of video footage from the vehicle where the incident took place, along with witness testimony and alleged statements from the woman recanting her allegations. And so apparently, allegedly, the woman has also recanted her allegations. And they were also trying to blame it on her mental health and saying that, she had a mental health episode, which is why she's recanting it. I just think this is why I say I don't have any opinions, anything on it. I think stuff like this is always difficult to speak on because unless anyone is there, you can't talk on people. So I've seen a mixed review of stuff, one of which I'll be getting to in a minute, but I've seen stuff about, look at them trying to take a black man down and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I feel like arguments like that can be insensitive because if you don't do something, there are many black men who are successful and who are killing the game and doing amazing things that these kind of things have not come up about them. I believe that sometimes, not all the time, but it's less time than not, more time than not, sorry, there's no smoke without fire. Sometimes. Do you get what I mean? So I think that given that no one really knows what's going on and all of this is just how it is, I don't think people should be making judgments about, people trying to take a black man down, or she's probably just lying, or she's just mentally quote unquote crazy. Like, I just think all these public opinions, all of this is just so harmful to be using people's real life situations. If it is that a thing where he didn't do it and it's all a lie, that's his real life for people to use for content. If it's the case that he did do that, that is her real life. People are going to be using as discussion points online. I'm not for that at all. I'm not for all of that bullshit. And then Dr. Umar decided to add his 2 pence. Don't know who asked him.
Whose side he on?
You know what side he's on. Talking about snow bunnied. The girlfriend is white, right? So he's talking about, snow bunny. He says, I'm standing with my brother on this, unless he's proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. He is the strongest black alpha male in Hollywood right now. This could just be schemed to feed into the toxic masculinity narrative pushed by the radical feminists and rainbow gangers. First of all, talking about he's the strongest black alpha male. The man looks like a strong black alpha male. He doesn't make him the strongest black alpha male that's going on. He looks it. He's an actor. That's his job. He's meant to make you believe whatever character he portrays. And he's portraying the strong black alpha male. And guess what? Everyone buys into it. I just feel like Dr. Umar needs to mind his business. Because I've also seen arguments about, you know what they say, this is why black men shouldn't mess with white women. First of all, the black men who want to mess with whatever with white women, because that's where their interests lie. And that's okay. But this narrative about, white women would take down our black men, the black men are taking themselves down. If you don't do anything that someone can report that is against the law, no one will take you down. The difference between white women and black women is that black women deal with a lot of bullshit they should not be dealing with. And so, when it's the white women know their rights. They know their rights, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to go to the law.
Yeah,
so,
you can't blame...
It is what it is. You can't blame white women for it.
You see, for me, when I see this stuff, like even with Jonathan Majors, like regardless of what he's done, it's sad, isn't it? You get me?
Yeah.
It's sad in the sense of, this was your
time.
A couple of days ago. Like, this was champion. He's been, especially since Creed dropped and all that, everything, like the memes and stuff going around. He's just been in our faces. Everybody just loving and championing him. And it's just like, boy, life comes at you fast, boy. Now he's a villain. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and now he's gone. And obviously, if he's done it, it's deserved or whatever. But I'm saying, just to watch it play out, it's like, ugh.
It's horrible
sad,
to watch out. Yeah, it definitely is.
I mean, I don't feel sad for him because I couldn't be in that position. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I couldn't get cancelled. I think you can only get cancelled for something you say or something you do. I've said it before. And anything I say, I said it. I don't care. And I ain't doing nothing that egregious that
will gain you,
just gonna get me cancelled. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I ain't strangling no gal and punching out no gal. So I ain't gonna.
But the thing is, though, people get falsely accused of things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people get falsely accused.
Yeah, sometimes. More times than
true.
people don't.
But you can get falsely
Most times
accused.
people
If I get falsely
people do
accused,
it.
I'll just step out and just say that they're chatting shit. But again, if I was in that same position and then other people are coming out and talking about this is from the past and it's really not true, I'm saying, right, this is a campaign to like, this is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So what's the reason for it? Like why do they want to get him out of it for? There's other successful black man. Why did they pick you?
Why did they pick you?
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I just don't think you could be in.
That's
It's
okay.
like not to say there ain't no smoke about fire kind of thing, but it's harder. If someone accused me of that, I'll just you know what I'm trying to say. When more people start coming out, it's like, all right,
That's and that's
There's-
my thing because I feel like,
trouble in there.
especially when you're someone who's like beloved by the public as well, and something like this happens. I just feel like stuff like it's just difficult to be like, oh no, he definitely did it, or you know, no, he didn't. I just think it's just one of those ones where you just have to let things play out how they're meant to play out. It can be very damaging for both parties when people are running their mouths. Like, yes, people definitely get falsely accused of stuff, but also more people don't get falsely accused of stuff. You just have to let it play out. But he was meant to do an ad campaign for the US Army. He's really leaning into this whole looking like a Black Panther thing, right? Isn't he? But anyways, they dropped him basically. They pulled out of that. They said that they understand. Hold on, wait. They said the US Army is aware of the arrest of Jonathan Majors and we are deeply concerned by the allegations surrounding his arrest. While Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete. I think that's fair because if he's found innocent, then they can pick up where they left off. But yeah, man, I'll keep you guys updated on it, see what happens. I think he's due in court in May. So we'll keep an eye on it, but he's currently out and freed and see what his PR team can do in terms of restoring his image. And Dr. Umar is the man who's been sent and focused on the school that he's fixing. Because no one else should be doing all these things. You can't be crying snowbunnied when the black men are intentionally going and dating white women.
Is that
They're
his
not
style?
a victim. Who Jonathan?
Yeah.
PSO. Well, he gives me that vibe though. He looks like that vibe.
No, you don't. You're just saying calling him civil rights fine. He looks like he could be a black love.
Yeah, and didn't some of the civil
champion.
rights movement people have white girlfriends and white women?
Yeah.
So, what they say? Told you, he's never born in a long time. He's really in the character, isn't he? But no, man, yeah, and I think even that whole idea as well about when white women, look how Yankee looks in there. He's been on this. But I feel like even that idea about white women take it down, I feel like it's rude because it dismisses again. It just dismisses what it is that they go through as well, and I think that's like they're not the enemy, and I think that's really out of order. It's very, very distasteful. Seeing those comments over the weekend was very, very distasteful to me. Because, I don't know, man. I can't obviously even get into all this race and gender wars, but I just think people choose who they want to love and they do that. And so if you commit a crime within your relationship, you will get got. It's the way, a cycle of life. But yeah, let's get into our conversation. Are we going to ask for a friend now or after?
People then ask for after.
So what do you do now?
People's general.
Okay, let's get into people's channel.
Brain, I hate that picture. Hate that picture.
I hate that hat. He's always been...
That's why I hate the picture.
He's been leaning into the civil rights thing,
Wait,
Don't you say he looks like...
Is this giving civil rights?
Yes. The lean to the side. The cap lean to the side. It's a Kangol hat. To the side.
So, what's the...
They think it's giving civil rights movement.
I don't know. So what do you get? Is this, what's this, reintegration or something? What's it called? what kind of... No, I'm saying, what's the image that from this image, how's it giving civil rights? What are you picking up from it?
The turtleneck, the black turtle... Sorry, Brent. Can you put the big picture back up? I can dissect it. The black turtleneck, the suit, the oversized jacket.
There's no turtleneck there.
Is there a
It's just
turtleneck?
nice, a shirt, it's a shirt.
A shirt with no tie, even worse. And then the hat leaning to the side. He just gives me that. But I think that's just his image. He just looks like a strong...
Fingers clasped with his oppressor, so it's not giving us... That doesn't look like a strong civil rights
Really?
image.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
But that's what they've been... Anyway. They've been doing that, though. Who was it? Was it Martin Luther? That had a white girlfriend or something like that.
That came out after the fact, though.
Yeah, it still happened. Do you get what I mean? So it's some brands. Like, just because people are pro-black don't mean they're going to date black. Clearly, we see that all the time. All I'm saying anyway, black, listen, protect people, man. I can't bother. It's getting people, Jen. I'm tired.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. Where I give you the news from an economics point of view. I'm not going to be long today, right? Obviously, because we've got a few things
This is so funny.
to get onto.
Hold up. Look at this last one, right? this article is like, who is his girlfriend? And it has a silhouette. Look at the silhouette. Look at the silhouette. These people are what this. Oh my god, sorry.
That is
You got
jokes.
no respect, man. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is last year I spoke about the £900 payment.
year?
Yeah, last year.
Oh.
Yeah. I spoke about the £900 that low-income households are going to be receiving, right, for the cost of living payments from the DWP. Well, they're basically going to be getting the next set of payments, basically,
Okay.
because basically that £900 came in 3 installments, right, or was going to come in 3 installments. So the first installment they got between the 14th and the 31st of July last year. Then coming towards the end of last year, £324, it's around December time. And basically the next installment, the final installment, comes between the 25th of April and the 17th of May. So people obviously make sure you make sure you get your payment, basically, innit? If you're eligible for these type of things, right? So the £900 cash support, just in case you're now eligible for it, is for over 80 million people who are means tested, on means tested benefits. So people that's on universal credit, pension credit, tax credits, things of that nature, right? Also, more than 6 million people with disabilities are going to be getting an extra 150, right, on top of that, right? So if you know anybody, again, who's eligible for that £900 and they're disabled, make sure they're getting that extra 150 on top, right? Also, 8 million pensioners, again, if they're eligible, they should be getting an extra £300. So obviously spread the word and all that. SVB, the Silicon Valley Bank, which collapsed, which you spoke about last week or 2 weeks ago. Well, they've been bought by their rivals, man. First Citizens Bank shares. So as we know, the failure of SVB pretty much triggered fears that there's going to be some instability, you know what I mean, like with other lenders. There were sharp falls in bank shares around the world. Then on top of that, I think the week after we had the Credit Suisse situation happening, everyone was just worried, basically. People are still worried, to be fair. But yeah, they've been bought, basically, by First Citizens Bank shares, which has led to things kind of somewhat being a bit stable, you know what I mean, which was needed. Just for context as well, they were not as big as Credit Suisse. So when that fiasco happened, that was really shaking everything up. You know what I'm saying? We spoke about that as well, and how they got bought by their rival UBS as well. But that's what I want to mention, that they've basically been bought. And also the last thing I want to talk about is the IMF chief. She's come out. Her name's Kristalina Georgieva. She's a managing director of the Washington-based lender. And basically, she's come out and basically said that the rising interest rates had put a lot of pressure on debts, which has led to the stresses in leading economies, including the lenders as well. So all of this type of things that's occurring now, she's saying, is basically risking the stability of banking throughout the whole world, pretty much, right? So she's saying there could be some banking turmoil this year. She said the world economy would expand by just 3% in this year because of the rise in borrowing costs, because of Ukraine war, and because of, you know, the after effects of COVID-19 as well. All of that is basically suffocating growth, and everyone basically needs to be mindful of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So again, obviously, most of us are not bankers here. Most of us are not in that, like, pulling the strings. But if you kind of make certain decisions, you know, just to better prepare yourself, just in case anything happens. You know what I'm saying? Worse than it is now. Hopefully, though, like I said before, the OBR and other economic analysts have pretty much said, and the Bank of England as well, have said that inflation will drop by the end of the year, hopefully to around 2 to 3%. But again, just to bear in mind that we need to be financially savvy in some way in it and not spend crazily. But that's pretty much it for the People's Journal today, man.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our conversation with Mel.
Let's do it.
Sorry.
I want to put it on the screen, to be honest, Esther. Hold up. Give me a second.
Put one on the screen.
Oh, I thought it was the comment that you read.
Oh, no, I didn't see the comment.
Never mind then.
No, Brent, no. You can't.
No?
No. That's a
Okay.
red card. You can't do that.
Never mind. Am I on focus?
Yeah, let's focus.
Okay.
So basically, right, we have a lovely guest today. He was a baker. And because Marcus and Iman were up in here doing what they do best. Talking about...
I was baking, actually, and listening.
Look at that, see? She's baking and listening to Marcus and Iman. Well, Iman doing what he does best all the time, promoting veganism. And, Marcus has been like, no, thank you. That's a foolishness kind of thing, and a vibe, as he does. And Mel decided, what, she's gonna come in. She basically reached out and wanted to come in and dispel some things that were said.
School some niggas.
Second?
School some niggas.
School us, exactly.
Yeah,
School Marks. Well, me too, because I don't really subscribe to Iman's beliefs. But yeah, so she wanted to come in. So we appreciate you coming in. So you said you are one of the owners of My Baker?
Yeah, so the easiest way I can describe it, think of Interflora.
Okay.
Interflora does flowers.
Oh, yeah.
And they have independent florists all across the country.
Ah.
So
you got
My
independent...
Baker is like an Interflora, but for cakes.
That's lit. That is really lit.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. So how did you get into the cake business?
So I lost my brother
Oh, no.
a few years ago.
Oh, sorry for that.
And my best friend at the time, she didn't know what to do to help me.
Yeah.
So she suggested we bake together.
Okay.
So she'd always be like, "Oh, come round, help me measure up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And slowly, I found that really therapeutic.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Like a year or two later, we set up like a business.
Okay, yeah.
Then a year after that, I was contacted by my baker to join the platform.
Oh, okay.
I joined the platform, then a year later, it was for sale.
Oh, wow.
And before that was before COVID.
Yeah.
My
The mic closer.
husband was going to...
The mic close enough, right?
Yeah, she's speaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, yes, you speak. You're so annoying.
so my husband had a change of careers.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to do something different. So he was going to go into a pub with a friend.
Okay.
That fell through. And then we thought, oh, maybe we could do a bit of traveling. And then COVID happened.
Oh, yeah.
And as a result of COVID happening, my baker came up for sale.
Okay.
Drop it.
But
I'm waiting to
because
press
of
this pad.
COVID, that sale fell through. And my husband thought, "You're a baker. I have business experience."
Sorry, he's getting on my nerves.
I'm
trying to be here with you. I don't know what you want to drop. Oh. Okay, go on.
I've got business experience.
Yeah.
What do you think? So we went for a walk. Very long walk.
Mm.
And we came back, emailed the previous owner and said, "Oh, we're interested." And she was like, "Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm closing it. It's all right." And we're like,
No, we're really interested.
we're really, really serious about it. And yeah, a few weeks of, I don't know if it was weeks or months of due diligence.
Yeah.
And yeah, we bought.
That's why he was dying to look at him like a little kid in a candy store. So annoying, but no, that's amazing. That's really, really cool. I really like that.
So that was
So you're
COVID.
okay. So when you say you're
Lockdown.
co-owner, your husband's the other owner.
Yeah, it's two of
Okay.
us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he bake too, or just on the business side of things?
He cannot bake
That's fair.
at all. He's
What
a
can he do?
businessman.
Just buy companies?
So
Do you know
he
we're pushing
used
that
to-
fight?
That's enough.
Because I can bake and then what? Yes, we need a
This
man
is
who
it.
can buy the stuff. Absolutely.
So
Balance.
his background was restructuring businesses that were in trouble.
Okay.
And so I think the experience that he got has helped in
Yeah.
because essentially my baker is kind of like a startup.
Okay.
And at the time that we bought it, I think the owner was trying to get funding, but she didn't get that, so she had run out of money.
Okay.
And he had that experience of running businesses with little money, really. So that's how we. Yeah.
I mean, some men buy like their wives bags, stupid
Trust
little
me.
flowers and whatnot.
About me
It's a whole
shares.
company. Here you go.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Now that's a man worth dying for. Well, no, actually, it's not. Too far. Sorry, I lost myself. No. But that's really cool. So how long has it been then? COVID's been...
So that was... Wait, how long has it been? 3 years, isn't it?
Yeah, 2020
so it's
COVID.
been 3 years. Yeah, it's going to
Okay.
be 3 in June. Yeah, it's going to be our 3-year anniversary. And we've grown from, 80 bakers when we bought.
Yeah.
And there's like 250 now.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
talking
it's
about.
like a bakery, like a directory.
So just think of how Interflora works.
Well, how does it...
She's never received flowers from my mom before.
Oh, so
You're sitting in the floor and she's singing butter.
so if
Excuse me, no.
if you
no.
went
Sorry.
wait, what
What was that?
I was thinking butter.
butter?
That's what I
No, not even that. He said you've never received
Can you
what?
imagine?
Me, you're gonna have to talk after. This is wild. Sorry, I'm sorry. As you were, Queen.
So the way it works, my baker has a set of designs on the website.
Okay.
So anyone, anywhere, even not just in the UK,
Yeah.
even outside, they can go on the website. They've got family here.
Yeah.
They can buy a my baker cake, and
Okay.
a local baker will fulfill that order and deliver it.
Mm.
And that's how it works.
Okay.
Okay.
That's smart.
So it's think of like Uber, Airbnb.
Yeah.
So it's like a bakery that
That
partners with
Yeah.
independent bakers
Nice.
Okay, that's really
Yeah.
cool. So what's the vetting process to like get a
Yeah, I was
bakery?
about to ask that.
Yeah.
to get a baker on board.
Yeah.
So you have to be registered with your local authority.
Okay.
You need to have at least level 2 food hygiene rate.
Okay.
Food hygiene. Then you have to have public liability insurance,
Okay.
and then you have to be a good baker.
Do you reach out to them or do they reach out to you?
Do you know when we started, we're reaching out to a lot of people. It was,
Okay.
it was mad, like
Yeah.
on Instagram. But now we seem to be getting people actually approaching us to
Yeah.
join.
Good.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. I really like that.
Is it almost like a? If I'm getting too much into the business model, let me know. Yeah, but is it like
No,
a
it's fine.
subscription type thing? So, for example, I'm a baker now. I want to join. Do I
Yeah.
pay you a certain amount, or do you?
There's nothing to pay.
Okay.
It's completely free to join. It's completely flexible.
Mm.
The only thing is, the only time that we make money is when someone bakes a cake. So if you join today, you're not paying anything. But if I send a cake to you and you say, yeah, I'll do it,
Yeah.
we take a commission.
Okay.
That's
okay.
how it works. It's a
Okay.
commission model.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
But it's completely flexible. And every baker can only bake when they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
That's dope,
That's such
man.
a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love like businesses that you wouldn't really think of. Do you know what I mean? That's such a smart idea.
Kudos
really
to
cool.
Noreen.
So you mentioned earlier about being from Zambia.
Yeah.
So like were you born there? Were you born here? Did
I was
you grow
born
up
in
there?
Zambia.
Did you ever grow up there?
Grew up there.
Oh wow.
Came to the UK in 2005.
How many-
April 25th.
That's so cool.
Wow.
Still remember.
I heard that the best bakers and female bakers are in Zambia. Is that true?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Okay, so it's probably a lie then.
It must be.
Yeah.
It must be, you know. So your friend who introduced, I think that's such a beautiful story, like, because grieving is very, very hard, and
Yeah.
people never know how to show up for people,
Yeah.
and I just think that is just so thoughtful, and then you've gone on to like build a business and be
I know,
successful like that.
it's-
That's an amazing story. Did your friend bake as well? Like,
Yeah,
so she's part of my
She-
baker as well.
she is. And
Okay.
she's a nurse. But
Okay.
baking was just the thing that she did on the side.
Okay.
And yeah, and that's how.
Are you
We-
better than her? Tell the truth.
Do you know what? I always think she's really good, but she
Yeah.
does not believe in herself.
Herself, mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
She's that type of a person. She's really good. Because everything I learned it from her, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, she's really good.
Sometimes the student becomes better than the professor though.
She reckons I have become better than her, but
I'll be honest, if I was that friend, yeah, I'm getting free
So
birthday cakes
you
for
don't
the rest of my
believe in
life.
yourself then?
I
You think she's
do.
lying? Why are you thinking about that?
No, I think we're both good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That political response.
Because no, to be honest, like when we started, like I could not even ice a cake. I could layer it, then she had to ice it. I had to wait for her to do that. And once we were doing a cake, then I messed up and I had to take the icing off. But she had gone to work. She was on the night shift. I spent the whole night trying to ice a cake.
Oh wow!
As good as she did before. But yeah.
Did you do any like more studying, like with the cake, or is just talent, skills that you've just built over time?
Do you know what? There's a lot that you can learn on YouTube.
Listen, no, that's true. That is a
Yeah.
word.
There's a lot. I did do like just like basic baking techniques and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but I haven't gone to like a college and got like certificates and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Everything has just been self-taught.
That's really cool.
See, that's a message to the people out there, man, who
About
try
what?
to make excuses to be like, oh, I need to do this before I do this. And
Mm.
if you've got a passion, teach
Yeah.
yourself, go out there and be great, man.
That's really, really cool. Have you ever had an order? Yeah, because I always think of like I think being a baker is a lot of pressure. Do you do like wedding cakes?
Yeah.
Especially wedding cakes and stuff. Like I just think it's a lot of pressure. I can't. Do you feel that pressure?
Yes, and I remember one particular one. It was a 3-tier cake, and it was being delivered somewhere in central London. And we got there, and the lady goes like, "Oh yes, just down these spiral stairs." Like with stairs, for me, it has to be like at home. I can go down the stairs without even thinking about it because
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
up and down so many times.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, spiral metal thing. I've got a 3-tier cake.
And the pressure of
And
them
she
not
was
drop it.
talking. I wasn't breathing. I was going down. And I'm just thinking, don't drop this cake. Don't drop this cake. Don't drop this cake.
Wow.
And yeah, wedding cakes are quite
I
stressful.
saw a video one time. Yeah, it was Nigeria. There's a proper massive cake, but the cake was like, on the top floor. And I guess the way the stairs were set up in the house, the cake was bigger than that.
They had
And
to
they
bring it
basically
over
pass
the
it over
balcony.
over the balcony, and
Yeah.
people were standing on like a car or something, and they had to pass. It was. I was not breathing watching that video. They did it though. You know, Nigerians, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
They did it, but it was very chaotic. It was very serious.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a customer make a cake and be like, oh, I didn't. That's not what I want.
Yeah. Probably quite recently. You know, there's a difference between tiers and layers.
Okay.
In
Oh yeah,
cakes.
there is. Yeah.
So there's a cake which is, the picture on the website is 2 tiers.
Mm-hmm.
But you can choose if you want 1 tier or 2 tiers. They chose 1 tier.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, the picture was 2, but their order confirmation said 1.
One.
And they just went off on 1.
What do you do in that situation though? Because
You just tell them that you ordered 1 tier.
Exactly. You made the choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
no, that's too funny. No, that's interesting, man. But yeah, so you wanted us to try some cakes. Actually, no. Okay, wait. Let's let you say what it was that made you want us to.
Yeah.
It was
Try some
you
cakes.
too. You were going, I can't even remember what it was. I was doing something and you were just, I don't
You
know.
smile like it's a
I
compliment.
It's not a compliment.
You smile like
Yeah.
yeah.
Compliment.
And I just thought,
What did I say?
I think it was about veganism.
yeah.
it was that
It was
episode-
about
yeah.
eggs and stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was.
So what are these vegan cakes?
It's a mixture.
It's a mixture.
Mixture.
So we have we
Yeah.
have to guess which is vegan and which is not.
Yeah. Because remember that day when I think it was just me and you in the beginning, I think. I'm not
Yeah,
too
it
sure
was
if
just the
Esther was-
two of you.
And you were talking about how you can't do without certain things, and obviously you were like, oh, you do like, what's the point in cauliflower wings and jerk?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
them type of things.
Nah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's coming back.
So it was
to me
like,
now.
okay, cool. You know what? The mail, I think, hollered at Brent, innit?
Yeah.
Right? And was like, look, I think I should send you some stuff in to see if you guys can actually tell if there's a difference or if it's in your mind, right? So then basically that's what formed this episode.
All right, let's do it.
So we're gonna basically, obviously I can't take part because I don't want to be eating the ones that are not vegan.
No, I think you should. I think let's see whether
Yeah,
you really live your raps. and
If you
you really
taste, if you
trust
taste
me.
Eggo milk, just spit it out.
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
So, but I
You gotta
can't
be
take
like,
part.
no,
That ain't it.
that
You
ain't
should
it.
know.
You should
exactly.
know. You should be able to take
Because
part in it.
I have a feeling here that you're gonna eat all of it and not be able to audition. I feel like you're gonna say the ones that are dairy, like, oh yeah, this is definitely vegan, and she'll
But
be
then,
like, no.
but then that's a good thing though, because that's the point where people are saying that it's just as good.
Yeah, you
don't
might as well
miss
have. Then you
anything.
might as well have some chicken wings.
I think he is tempted because if it is he eats that good.
Yeah.
Then, I'd be like, oh. No, I realize.
I've missed
Open
it.
the floodgates.
Yeah. He doesn't want to eat that good again.
Open the floodgates.
Never mind.
But yes, but yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put some amazing goodies from Mel on the table. We're gonna get you three to try.
I'm hungry
We're
this
gonna
morning
see
too.
who's gonna win this competition, by the way, as well.
It's a competition.
How is the competition, please?
Yeah, because whoever guesses the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I can do that.
Compared to Lola's cupcakes and what's that vegan
Hummingbird.
place?
Hummingbird.
Like what are your?
Do you know what?
Don't be humble.
Hummingbird's red velvet cake. My husband got a ticket once because I really, really wanted
In Aldgate, right?
red velvet.
Is it in Aldgate? That one.
I can't.
Because that's the place
I
where
can't
you get the
remember, but
tickets.
we were trying to. He was trying to find it, and ended up taking a wrong turn somewhere and got like a ticket in the mail like a week
that's
later.
Oh
worse.
yeah, the congestion
And
ones. Yeah.
it was because I wanted a piece of hummingbird red velvet cake. The most annoying thing is I couldn't even get it that day, so I had to go to Tesco
Oh man.
because I was so upset. I bought like the Tesco's one and ate it. I was just like, it's horrible,
Yeah,
but I
it's
just
not the
wanted
same.
the red velvet cake.
So
yeah.
compared to Lola's and Hummingbirds, where does mybaker.co like match up?
It's different because they're more like factory produced.
Yeah,
My baker's is
made with love.
home baked.
Made with love.
That's the best cake.
Homemade. It's like
So it's not the same every single time.
It's not a
No.
mix.
Oh, so this may not bang the last time it is that you made it.
well, if I made it, it would be the same because I'm the one making it.
I like that.
It would be the same.
Oh, I understand what you're saying now
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it
from-
from somebody
Yeah,
depending on
yeah.
the location that you actually.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Can you
Yeah.
know though? Like, so if I'm ordering a cake, it's like, okay, this particular day I got this from you. Would I know if the next time I'm ordering I don't get it from Marcus, for example, or Esther? Can I choose the
Is it a
person?
lottery?
No,
No, you
will have
can't.
the address of where you pick it up. Though, wouldn't it?
I'm the one who chooses. So when the order comes in, I'll see which bakers
Okay.
are close.
Okay.
Then that's sent out to them, and then they can say, "Yeah, I'll do that."
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool.
So
So what's your cake business called though?
it's just my baker.
So you're my baker.
Yeah, but the business, the baking side of
Yeah.
is it's called Elegant Bake Creations.
Okay.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause you
Elegant
know that-
Bakes. My baker is sends
That's a
that is the one that sends the orders out to
Yeah.
the different bakers,
They're
including myself.
Amazon. You're Amazon, and then as in your husband is not Amazon, and then the Elegant Baker is the separate,
supplier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
supplier,
Yeah.
just
So I was
like every
thinking-
other baker on the
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah, because I was thinking that because I can't remember which one of you was. Someone said about if I get my baker cake, but I'm thinking you can't really attach that name to everybody
Yeah.
when there's that there'll be differences and it's
Yeah.
individual.
So the cake will be a my baker cake because the design is set.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so the design is the same. But
Okay, yeah.
Different cooks. In
It's
the-
just
in the
different.
kitchen.
yeah, so like for instance, I can whip my eggs and sugar first. Someone will
Yeah.
do butter and sugar first.
I do butter and sugar first.
Does it make a difference to the taste?
I find that for me it makes
I
it
just
really.
do it how I do it. I
No,
haven't
yeah.
tried it.
it makes my cake really fluffy when I do sugar and butter first, and then add the eggs in as a flour.
Some people just do everything at once. And
yeah, some people. Yeah, my
comes
mom does
out
everything
the
at once. Sounds
same,
very
yeah.
chaotic to me.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
Sorry, just before we start the game, are you a cookie fiend? Do you like cookies?
Oh gosh, I wish you'd stop about this damn cookies.
I just want to know.
What's a cookie?
Like, do you make cookies?
Like, do you make cookies?
I make loads of cookies.
All right, cool. So, if you just like take flour and you take those silly Easter eggs,
Silly is
They're not silly. First of all, put
what
some
are they
respect
called?
on mini
What are they
eggs'
called?
names.
Mini eggs, yeah.
Mini
Oh,
eggs.
It's the mini
right,
eggs,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You dash it in a bowl, and then you pour some sugar in it, and you put some water in it. Do you call that a good cookie? It's a very basic cookie, a cookie from hell.
That doesn't sound like
Basically,
cookie
don't listen
It
to
though.
does
what
look
he's
like a
saying.
cookie, right?
It doesn't.
All right, thank you very much, Marks.
Basically, you don't listen to you. Actually, shouldn't. Yeah, don't.
Let's get
me off.
on to the game. All right, let me clear that table. So we can get into this.
So annoying.
What's wrong with you?
Do you know that being said,
I've
though?
asked a cookie professional, and you're not even interested.
So do you do
No,
deliveries
especially
or?
with the way that you pose the question. It doesn't make sense. You don't
I
know
do,
her cooking formula, but you gave it to
but
her.
the way I do it is with the partner.
Sorry, it's a lot. Sorry, I'm trying to.
And told her how he actually baked the cookie.
As if he was there.
was there.
That's mad. Sorry, we just can't believe the audacity of this man. It's getting on my nerves today. But yeah, okay. So you deliveries, you said.
Yeah,
No,
I do-
man, you can keep going because I'm trying
I
to.
do. I do deliveries, and I partner with someone who delivers
Okay.
within the M25.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fairly new. They started during lockdown as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been.
Also, when you push the cakes out to someone and you get someone to bake them, then you have to handle the delivery.
No, the baker bakes and delivers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My mouth is mush. I've only seen the boxes.
Yeah, this looks wavy.
I'm
though.
so hungry. I need to take a video of it though. So I can tag you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you also take a video of it and put it on your thing, please.
I'm on what?
It's a grab.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do it right now.
Oh, these look so yummy.
And if you can choose like a camera to kind of show people also, maybe Mags's camera, Mael. Yeah.
Was it open? Oh no, man. But this smells.
Brownies for Yarnix.
Wait.
Sorry, everybody. All you've seen is bum bum.
So you can do it all together.
When you said cookies, I thought this is what you meant.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, those are proper cookies. Yeah. Oh wow! Look what she did. Look what she did. Show them.
Yo.
Lovely.
That's the new blackberry.
Right then.
I'll pass you both.
What, is this one of each?
Yeah.
What, is it one vegan, one thing? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you get? Oh.
I gave it to Emmanuel.
Alright, no, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. I just need to get the right video.
So these are, there's one of each.
I know
I can
what
tell
they
you.
are.
I can tell the vegan one already. Wait, is that your? Yeah. I can look at
Yeah.
it. Oh, actually, sorry.
All right, I've got my white and gold ready.
White and gold.
Yeah, I think that's how it is that you. All right, cool.
Okay.
Good.
Alrighty. This is done.
This is so pretty.
Where's my headphones at?
All right. How are we doing this?
Okay, so.
Are we
Alright.
tasting this here too?
Huh?
Are we tasting these as well?
You can. So
Okay.
one of them has gluten, the other one doesn't.
Okay.
I'll see which one doesn't make me bloated.
And
I have a
then-
feeling. Yeah.
One of them is vegan as well.
Okay.
Okay. I have a feeling that when I do my tolerance test, they're gonna say I can't have gluten, and I don't want to hear that. Again, bread has gluten in it. That's Nigerian bread.
You
All
can
right.
have it without.
Did the people did people see the cakes and stuff?
No, they ain't seen it.
No, when we try,
Yeah.
like, we can
we'll
show it up, yeah, because otherwise we have to refocus the cameras and stuff. All right, so,
All right,
so
give me a second so I could actually show them the thing because I could actually do it
okay, yeah, beautiful.
like this. All right. So
Okay,
we've
cool.
got brownies. These look like blackies. And then we've got
I thought those are the vegan ones.
And then we've got Okay. Good.
All right, people. So let's start with Marks. Choose one thing that you want us to all sample first. Well, you guys sample first.
You don't have any allergies, do you? For you.
Oh.
Find out. Go and learn today.
Find out now, boy.
Oh,
Just live
just to confirm, yeah. You know the two cakes there?
Yeah.
It's basically one vegan and one's not, yeah? Of those. It's not like there's vegan and non-vegan in the same box. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. Perfect.
I'll be chaotic. I feel like you forget. Can you also let us know what? So we've got red velvet and we've got what's the other one? Biscoff.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right, I'll try the red velvet trip.
Okay. Go ahead.
What, just me?
No, everyone. Everyone start with the red velvet.
You can try anything.
Actually, yeah. Let me. I'll pass them around because I'll.
I'm just saying.
You just use the iPad.
I would definitely.
Are you dairy?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I shouldn't have dairy, but I make so stuff like
are you
cakes.
lactose intolerance?
Yeah, but I make cuts where I need to. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I know what I'm getting to,
Yeah.
and it's worth it. So I just do it. What did I mean?
I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm home.
This
So
guy.
dumb, you. Right, hold on. Oh, did they see what it looked like? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Red velvet cake. I don't know how I feel about the camera just being on me while I bite into a cake.
Yeah, anyone fasting? Sorry, man.
Oh yeah. No what?
We're keeping you in the
Trigger
prayers
warning.
and that.
It's a trigger warning. Right, let's see what I got now. So, what am I supposed to decipher from this? Whether this is natural
it's
or
Red vegan or natural?
yeah.
all right, cool.
So natural will be vegan, isn't it?
No, natural would be the proper way.
Natural.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like I know what this is.
Okay. Firstly, how nice is it?
Banging.
Banging, yeah?
Banging.
Out of 10.
I actually give it 10.
Woo!
Not because you're here, by the way, because you know I'm not shy.
Okay.
I'm a very honest person, but I would,
Right.
because it's the right fluffiness. Because with red velvet cupcakes and cakes, sometimes it gives you the illusion of softness, but when you bite into it, it's not soft.
100%
But this is
agree.
actually fluffy. I'm here for it.
Okay, Marks, what's your verdict? Because half is gone.
I took one big bite.
So you say out of 10?
Out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Given that your cookies are 10,
I never said that they were 10 either.
well, you're moving like
Ah,
it
you
was.
do cookies.
Nah,
No,
listen.
yeah.
Don't listen to
This is nice. This is really nice. This is a solid, like 7, 8 out of 10.
Okay. Don't finish everything now, because remember, you need space. Need space for the other one.
I mean, don't worry, I've got space.
Okay, cool.
I need to taste the other one before I make my decision.
yeah, 100%.
But I feel like I could know what this is.
I know what
cool.
this is.
All right. Brent?
I will give it a 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
But
Okay.
given that I know what it is, I think it's a 8.5.
You don't know what it is. How do you know what it is?
Yeah, I'm a connoisseur.
No cookies though, but okay.
Oh, this is why I
Is that
speak so
fact?
boldly about cookies.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Just the cookies.
All right, so we ain't going to say anything yet, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So are we ready to move on to the Biscoff ones? See, you lot are just munching away.
I've got one bite later. I need to wash my. I need to cleanse my palate.
All right, cool.
Some
cool.
water.
You got your water there, right?
No, but
no.
can I get my water back?
Let me transport
don't
it to
like.
you.
Oh, you poured something to your cup. I thought it was bad water.
Thank you. Is there more cups here? Moms, you need water to rinse this? Okay, you got some.
That's not what it's just wet, by the way. That's just wet. Brent's not eating the mic. It's not me. Sorry. It's not me. I finished it within seconds. So it's not me.
All right. So what's next? The Biscoff.
Okay, yes, we're going to go for Biscoff now, right? I'm just gonna get up and give it to you.
This one's exciting for me. Bren?
Oh, thank you.
What is Biscoff?
Yeah,
I'll
it's like a
let
salted
Mel-
caramel
It's a caramelly
situation.
Okay.
thing.
Is it it's Lotus something, right?
Yeah, Lotus Biscoff.
Is it only them that make the biscuits? Or
Yeah.
is
Do
it-
you know, Audi do their own version
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you lot taste that one.
Okay. Okay.
So, but you've had your taste, yeah?
I have.
Sorry, did you gave it 7.5 for the last one,
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
I said considering what it was, it's an 8.5.
So 8.5 for the last one, yeah? Cool. So this one, since you've tasted first, yeah, what's your rating?
So now I'm on the texture, and this is probably texture-wise, it is
Okay.
8.5.
Okay,
The
okay.
taste, yeah, 8.5. Yeah, I'll give it an 8.5.
Alright, so 8.5 for both.
No, the first one was a 7.5.
But considering you
Yes,
said,
then I gave it an 8.5.
okay, so okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
So it's 8.5 for both.
Yeah, technically.
So annoying.
it's important.
All right, cool. Esther,
Come to me last.
okay. Marks, you look like you're enjoying this one.
It's more the same. They were both nice.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But this might be an OG cupcake.
What
Okay.
he's saying is that it's got them OG ingredients.
What is saying that it's dairy.
All right. So, all right, but in terms of rating, though, yeah. So, what same sort of rating?
These are good cakes, yeah. Like these are very good.
So, what you
Even
saying
both of
for-
them, either one, whether it's vegan or not.
Okay, cool. But I'm trying to ascertain that the rating so far,
Mine is a 10.
there's no difference between your ratings.
No, there's no. Mine is a 10 because I'm so big on, like, I come from a very, very big cake family. So
Yeah.
I've had many a cakes in my life, right? So I'm so, like, I know when I'm cake tasting, I know what I'm looking for. This is great all across the board.
I can't give this my true rating until I know what it is.
I know what it is.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
No, it's facts.
Can we answer because
That's the only way. Which one is this one?
Biscoff.
No, is it? Is it?
No,
OG?
don't do
Wait,
that.
wait, wait,
Don't
wait,
do
wait.
that.
Biscoff.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's Biscoff.
Yeah.
All right. Since you know, what, I think we can do the thingy for now. Innit? We can move into the brownies and do that separately.
Okay.
So, everyone here, as everyone can see in the chat, and watching afterwards as well, right?
Oh, this is serious.
you heard
I'm
that
an
too.
orgasm. What the hell?
You know what I'm saying? That's the Biscoff one, right?
It's banging. Like it's banging.
So,
It's a banging cake.
10 out of 10 basically from Esther for both. Mr. Brent, 8.5.
9, bro.
9. Biscoff's got up to 9.
Have another bite. Might be 10.
I feel like too late.
And Mark, you're saying both are elite, basically. Cool. Mel, can you please tell us which one is the vegan?
No, can we tell her?
Oh,
What do you
yes.
think?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Sorry.
Let's
go.
tell her. I think the red velvet is vegan, and the dairy and the Biscoff is dairy.
Mark,
Okay.
Yeah, I think the same.
for me, if you open your
Bugs.
mouth and you tell me that the Biscoff
Bush boy.
is vegan, I'll call you a witch. I'll call you a witch.
Do you know what though? Biscoff itself is vegan.
Okay.
That's true. The biscuit, yeah.
So you saying that's a vegan one?
No, she's not saying that.
No, just the
I'm saying
biscuit, she's saying.
Biscoff.
Yeah, she's just in the toppings.
Oh, is it okay? The
Yeah,
biscuit.
there's
Is that-
ingredients in that.
it's vegan?
But
Okay.
that is, there's egg in there. There's fluff in there, mate.
So which
There's
is
heaven in there.
Okay, bread.
So, sorry, wait.
Calm down.
So, Ben, what's your thingy, though?
The vegan one is the red velvet.
Okay, so everyone said vegans, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Are we right?
Yeah.
Do you know how I know? Let me tell you how I know, yeah? So when I had the red velvet tasted good, 'cause what I did, I tasted the cream first, the topping.
Cheese.
You see what my belly's currently doing? When I had the Biscoff, my belly was like, you bitch. Because I always get like this like weird, I'm taking some home though, that's the point. But I always get, my belly's just like, you get what I mean? That's how I knew.
Yeah,
I was
I
banging.
knew. I'll be honest with you. I was being reserved. Yeah, I don't know, because I was scared.
yeah.
I didn't want to say that, and then it was vegan. Like, Biscoff is a 10. It's not a 8, it's leng. It's leng. I just didn't want to say it and it
No,
was
but
vegan
just mad.
because I'll be hurt. You get me?
Do you know what's mad? I had the same thought, and I thought if I know, because when I said which one I thought was which, I was gonna do I was gonna tell you about my belly thing. But I said anyway, I'm wrong. I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
No, but you know what it is? I know I'm right then, because the red velvet was nice, and I took it all together, and then I just started just the cake by itself and nothing else, and I'm tasting it, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now I need to taste the other one. The other one is bursting with flavour, boy. The other one is the proper way joint. Like, I knew it was authentic. You get me?
All right.
You are missing out. Missing out.
I need to order some biscuits.
I thought I would throw you off because I put Biscoff.
Yeah.
The normal ones.
But it's because we didn't even know biscuit was
It
vegan.
was vegan, innit?
We're very uncultured in this room. We didn't have a clue.
Oh man. But
Bang cake.
but again, both of them pretty
No, they're
much just
both
as
cold.
good.
They're both cold.
You know what I'm
still.
saying? So the vegans ain't missing out really.
I mean,
You are.
little piece.
You're gonna have the biscuit.
Small. You get me? Hey, that was cooking. Like I said, I didn't want to say what I really felt, and then it turned around and be vegan because I was gonna be upset.
Well,
What I'm trying to say.
well, there's a chance you could be wrong in the next one.
Nah.
So it is.
I know which one's vegan already.
All right, we shall see. We shall see. So, guys, you don't see what's going on, right? Cool. Next round, we got some beautiful brownies, right? Both of these look very melanin jam packed. So,
You're so dumb.
so we're gonna. Well, you guys are gonna tuck into this, man. Okay, let me. 1 second. All right. Start with these.
He's gonna mess me up. Remember, I don't eat breakfast and that. He's just got me eating
Listen.
sweet cakes off the rip.
I was just thinking that. You remember?
I'm like, whoa. There'll be bats off the walls in there.
Listen,
All right, let's go. Let me get the small one because.
I'm gonna have to do a cellar and not eat the rest of the day.
Can
Alright,
walk
listen.
home.
Ay. I'm not really a brownie babe as well, you know. Like,
Everyone
this is
says
so
that.
chocolatey. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out. It's so chocolatey.
You don't have to eat
Just a
all
break,
of it.
yeah,
Just
break a bit off.
Yeah, let me
yeah,
break. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need the tissues.
because it's gonna be rich.
Thank you.
Has it got nuts or anything like that in it?
No nuts.
Okay. Oh, sorry. This is it, guys. All right.
That is rich, bro.
Very rich. very rich. Chocolatey goodness. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this back in there.
Cool. So, what's your guys' rating of this one?
Rich.
So, and it's very rich. I'm not a brownie babe,
Like I said, this ain't really my style.
Okay.
but I've had some good, nice brownies in my time. I would say if I was I know my sister loves brownies, so when I give her this, she's gonna be dying.
Cool.
I give it a 9.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
give it a 9. It's a good brownie.
Marks?
I don't want to rate it.
Okay.
Why? Because you think it might be vegan?
No, because I don't.
You're not a brownie
I don't.
person.
Yeah, I don't particularly like it. So it's
Okay.
not. I don't think it's a fair.
It's quite
Okay,
it's quite rich, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a fair thing because whatever I give is gonna be low because I'm not enjoying it.
Okay. Brent?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that I'm seeing our take home as something that I'm not going to be eating. You're
That's good.
terrible for that. I don't appreciate that at all. And the Biscoff just behind there, just saying. I would give it.
Have you ever had brownies before though?
I had brownies infused with weed.
Uh-huh. I don't do
No, that
that.
don't count.
So for a brownie, it tastes good. I'll give it 7.5.
Okay. Okay.
Love is 7.5, isn't it?
Cool.
Yeah.
All
Any
right.
show, any food, 7.5.
Don't have too much, guys. The next one.
I'm just gonna break a piece.
Should have given S to that white chocolate thing.
White chocolate thing.
Somebody needs to comment.
make me a moderator, please?
Yes.
Just give me a spanner, just one time, just one show. Give me a spanner and watch me sweep clean. Dickheads.
Is it the same thing?
It's brownie as well.
No, I'm saying, is it the same?
Yeah.
Like flavor type.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Just one thing. Okay, cool.
Okay, I think my
ready?
verdict is in.
Okay, cool.
This is the proper one, right?
I think so.
We shall see.
Hmm?
We shall see.
I think this is the proper one.
Okay, cool.
The other one was media.
Okay. And Brent, you ready? Cool. Firstly, so I'm assuming you guys rate this one higher than the other one.
Is it what?
Yeah.
Do you rate this one? Okay, you guys rate this higher than the other one.
No, I think same score for me.
Same. Okay, cool.
Because then I'm just going off. I'm just going off what I know of these
Brownies.
treats. Yeah, do you mean like and it's banging to me.
Cool. Dope. All right. So what's the verdict, guys? Which one is vegan and which one is not natural?
I think the second one's
think
natural. First one's vegan.
I think the melanin jam packed one is.
Is what natural? This one.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
definitely
this is the OG.
dairy. Yeah,
Yeah, this is OG. I think.
I think the
Brent?
first one isn't.
I can taste the lactose in the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's milk in there.
No, trust me.
Yeah.
Because I had a little bite.
You know which one's which?
Yeah, I know which is which.
Okay.
So what are you gonna say?
That's vegan.
Is
What, the
it?
second one?
Yeah.
Bang! What y'all
Is it?
niggas say now?
I'm saying, are you sure?
Yeah.
What y'all niggas say?
Okay.
Question.
Go
What,
on.
Brent could taste the lactose.
Something.
I can definitely
bet-
taste the difference in the creaminess with the second one. So what is that down to?
This one's
Because
got a
if you're
better
saying there's a
texture
lack
to
in
it.
Yeah, and
The
it's-
other one was more. It was like this one's more like. Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm wondering how come you use less ingredients in the second one, but
I don't use less ingredients. I
She
just,
said, first of all,
Replacements.
yeah.
Yeah.
so what?
So the first one has eggs and butter.
Okay.
This one has oil and milk, dairy-free milk, soy.
So I'm tasting milk. No,
but
that's right.
Nah, not really.
But it's not
No,
dairy.
No, they can't do that, Brent.
Wait.
Nope.
Give me an opportunity. I only drink dairy free milk.
Okay.
So this is what I'm using.
Oh, so that's
Oh, so that's
okay.
what
So
you
when you say
tasted.
milk,
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
okay.
you
That's
tasted.
what I'm
Okay,
tasting.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
that's
I will say,
amazing.
because the second one did give me very dairy vibes.
Yeah.
When I have
the
dairy,
texture
yeah.
better for the second one. The first one tasted a bit like chalky.
But you know what's kidding me though is that
Because
Umar
this
thinks
one's-
is
More fudgy, like cakey,
Yeah, it's
similar.
more creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one is like a
But you know what's kidding me though?
chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why I thought because this one's more cakey. I thought
Yeah.
that's why. It's,
That's why it's a
Yeah.
actual
Because you're
one.
not used to brownies, probably.
yeah, I'm not a brownie, babes.
Yeah. So this doesn't count. It's void.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
Done it.
But facts, yeah.
Savage that.
No, to be fair, because when I looked at them, that's why I knew that was vegan.
Which
The second one looks hella vegan. I knew it just looked
It
different.
doesn't have that shiny, crackly top.
Yeah, but also it's darker. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like, it would just give me vegan vibes. So I know that you think you did something over there. However, my body prefers the dairy one.
Well, I would say
Yeah.
I prefer the vegan one out of these brownies.
So that's the vegan one. Yeah, that's the vegan one.
Yeah. I
100%.
prefer
Or what
the
is the
vegan.
white? Because as the
It's white,
non,
it's white chocolate.
but does the non vegan one have that as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't get
They
that deep enough.
all have the same
Oh, okay.
ingredients, but the vegan one, the ingredients are vegan.
Okay.
So with the white chocolate in the vegan one, how'd you get the white chocolate? If
Ve-
there's no.
It's vegan white chocolate
All right. Okay.
White chocolate is fake anyway.
and dark chocolate.
Okay. But no, you're a really good baker.
No, she's not really good. This is an understatement.
Yes.
Them biscoffs. Jesus. This is what you. This is what you give you. This is why he bought you the company.
You had to buy that company.
Yeah.
It was written for you to buy that company.
Yeah.
Yes.
He tasted them cakes and he was like, "I'll give you everything you want."
That Biscoff went off.
Dope.
Now just imagine the red velvet done proper.
Imagine.
Do you know what? I didn't do that.
Jeez, yeah, man.
Nah, that's really, really
Okay.
good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're so
Yes.
talented, man. Nah,
Yes.
man.
Oh,
And I like your spirit as well, man.
I know.
Yeah, it's nice and
Yes.
Very gentle and very
Yeah.
calming and beautiful.
oh.
I think
Thank
that's Zambian thing, right? Zambian culture. And I don't know.
Are you
man, but
Zambians quite gentle?
Oh, we can hear you.
People say that are Ghanaians. Ghanaians are loud.
Oh,
Sorry.
I think so.
Like, are you like a Zambian? But then, to be fair, if you're Zambian, you
I
would.
think I'm loud.
Yeah, but you're like, are you gentle in nature? So this box.
Like, calm.
I think personally, yes, I am. People say that I am. Yeah.
Would your husband say that? Because you
Yeah,
just talking
yeah.
about like majors and
Yeah, he
whatnot.
does. Yeah.
Is he Zambian
Say
too?
No,
Okay.
He's Ghanaian.
no.
She just said no.
No, but I'm leading to where he's from.
Then just ask that.
And she keeps saying no, so I don't know
Yeah.
if she does.
No, she doesn't want to tell us.
Ah! Alright, I'll stop.
I'm sick
Anyway.
of you today, you know. I've had enough of you. Like, but no, thank you so much.
Yes.
So with the biscuits, which is which then?
Have you got
Do we have to
one?
taste it?
I've got a lighter one and a darker one. Oh,
So
the
there's
white.
one. There's one with a white sticker. Then there's one without.
Yeah.
So tell me what you're having.
I'm tasting
What?
mine later.
White sticker probably.
on the back.
Yeah.
I think white sticker is gluten free. You know.
Yeah, one of them is gluten free.
Is that the white one?
One of them
As
is
in white sticker?
gluten free.
He doesn't want to say it.
Oh, we're trying them. Oh,
No,
I
we'll,
can't stomach it.
we'll probably have it later. I
Yeah, you
think.
can have
Yeah.
it later.
I can't
Yeah.
stomach. Another treat.
And
Yeah.
one is vegan as well.
So which one would you say? Okay, so which one is which?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
I
Brenda's
can
doing a
tell.
lot over
Oh,
there.
but you're tasting that. Okay.
This one's gluten free.
Is Brenda, you tasting them? Mm-hmm. Okay, let Brent let us know when it's done.
This is difficult.
Is that the one? Is that got the sticker on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's gluten free.
Like you were in the kitchen with her baking it.
I was.
Is the gold gluten free?
The gold.
No.
What gold are you seeing? Oh,
The ties.
okay.
The gold's authentic.
Mm.
I can tell.
Just by looking at it.
Yeah, just by the way, like the texture and the way it's held together. This one's breaking up a little piece. There's ingredients missing from this.
Okay.
So which one's vegan then? And which one's gluten free?
Oh wait, that's shit. Well, wait, the gluten free one's not the vegan one. It's just gluten free.
You have to tell me.
Brenda, you tried it. Have you said anything?
I asked her a question.
This is the vegan one.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
And which is the gluten free one?
This one.
So the non-vegan one is gluten free, or is it doubled up? Like it could be vegan and gluten free.
Could be.
Okay.
Tricking us.
Brenda, have you tried?
Brent,
Have you
you
given
tried
your
it.
best?
You
Yeah,
just-
I don't know what's going on
I
here.
said this is a good test because both of them are nice. And I'm not really tasting any discernible difference other than this chubby one, the fluffy one.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like biscuity, cookie, like full on. So then I was like, this might be the great deception. So that's why I asked, is this the one that's gluten free?
Right.
Yeah. Trying to get into your Zambian mind.
So the one with the white sticker
Yeah.
is vegan and gluten free.
Oh, you said that.
So good.
So yeah,
Then-
no, you're so annoying.
It's too good to be true then, basically. Yes, good, lovely.
Love it.
But both of them taste nice.
I prefer the vegan one.
Yeah. Both of them taste nice. It's lovely, man. Oh, you've made my day. My week. I don't think my
Yes.
week can get better.
So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so
Black
much.
excellence.
Really
Please,
appreciate it.
Can you tell us the socials as well?
So socials is easy. It's just mybaker.co
Okay.
on everything, on Instagram, Twitter, where else? Facebook.
You're officially now the best Zambian in the world, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, my daughter's birthday is coming up.
Hit me up.
All right. Hopefully I get the TDA discount.
You're ridiculous. You support black businesses for free.
I'm supporting.
Ah, do you know what I've just remembered? Speaking of supporting black businesses,
Yes.
quite recently, someone ordered a cake
Yeah.
in Milton Keynes. It got delivered, and then we got a charge back. Like the card that was used was fraudulent.
No way.
Can you imagine?
And so we're in Chesterfield at the time, and we're going to be driving back to London. And my husband thought, do you know what, Milton Keynes?
I'm
What
stop by.
junction
Yes.
of the M1?
Yes.
So he texted him and just said, you're a thief. You need to pay us.
Yeah.
You're stealing from us. Because what happens is when you get a charge back, we then get an extra charge on top of that.
Oh.
But because the cake was baked and delivered, we still have to pay the baker, so we lose out.
Oh yeah.
And this man came to the car and he said to my husband, the only reason I'm giving you back this money is because of her. And he pointed at me.
Oh, because it's a black business.
Yeah, because he was black and I was black.
Ah. No, the reason why you give me the money back is because you owe me money.
Imagine.
Look, I even pulled up here on a nice, I should have egged your house.
And it was a cake for like his 6-year-old.
Wow.
That's so embarrassing.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy, man.
Well, I won't be doing that.
You better not.
She knows where you work.
I know.
She knows what time to go and bug you here. Simple. Well, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. And more blessings to your business.
Thank you.
And you'll definitely be hearing from us.
Oh, 100%.
Mybaker.co.
Yeah,
people.
mybaker.co.
When it is we have some events,
Definitely.
we hitting you up, baby.
Yeah, our 1 year anniversary is coming. So
Yes.
I
Oh,
don't
when
know.
is that?
It's the 18th of April.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm good with dates. I like stuff like that. I'm very
Day after my
sentimental.
husband's birthday. That's a good one to remember.
No, don't remember it just because it's your husband's birthday.
No, it's after. The day after.
okay.
See?
Alright.
The day after.
First of all,
Mm.
let me say. I remember my husband's birthday. All right. Okay. Thank you. I'm definitely remember my husband's birthday over TDA day. What do you think this is? Nah, you're doing well, sis. To your husband. But all right. Thank you very much. Can you wait? Can you stay for asking for a friend? Just because I'm only going
I'm
here.
all right.
And
Yeah.
I've had enough of them today. Yeah, let's get into asking for a friend. What's asking for a friend? 1 second. So, hi, our TDA crew. Love your podcast. Cannot listen to it at work because I am always laughing out loud. Literally, so sticking to listening to it at home, it's safer. But I pray, Jehovah God. I pray Jehovah God. You're laughing too hard over there for someone who's about to be on timeout.
No, I'm reading the comment section. I didn't hear what you said.
Good. I pray Jehovah God blesses your journey to success. Anyway, help a sister out. I have a crush and he asked for my number. And I'm freaking out because I want this crush to turn into a husband. He has almost all the qualities I want in a husband, and he has already texted me. I need advice on how to successfully do this. I have been myself around him, and I guess he liked what I was giving, but I don't want to mess this up. I need advice, tips from my TDA brothers. That includes you too, Brent. Why would you need advice? Is this a girl or guy?
Sound like a girl, no?
So why would you need advice from the guys?
So we
Because
can tell her
men-
how to behave.
She
In the, you know,
yeah.
Yeah, she's not a good TDA listener then. If you're coming to
She
these guys for relationship advice,
She wants the
girl,
answers.
you don't want that man.
She wants the answers to the test.
That's it.
She's going to the source. She's like, man,
Right,
them,
give her
how
the
do I-
answers.
How do I get this right?
Give it answers.
This brownie is amazing, by the way, guys.
Isn't it? Is that the right one?
Most definitely.
Okay. Give her answers then. She was dying for it. She's got no fucking
it's
thing.
just what you do. You got. She just said she wants. She said Brent. To be fair, to be totally honest, she wants Brent. But I don't know what she has to change. She's saying that she's been around him. She showed him and he likes her. He's texted her. She's just got to believe in her source and just do more of the same, innit? Like, just
You see?
put your best foot forward and just be yourself. Because if you're a amazing human being, then he's gonna see that, innit? You're clearly on the right path because he obviously likes you already. Everything's like going. I don't think you have to do anything extra. I don't know. Do you? From a woman's point of view?
Do you know what's killing me, yeah? This is what happens when you're out here asking men for advice. Because look how generic. He just basically said to you, I just see how it goes, man.
Yeah, because she don't need a plan. You're not gonna come with some elaborate plan if she don't need it. Sounds like the guy really likes her. Like, so she just got to show more of herself and
Just to be.
yeah,
Just to be herself.
just be herself and show more of herself, and they will work and grow like how they're supposed to. I don't know
That's lovely.
what else she's gonna do, but obviously if I'm a man. I don't know. I can stay out with his business. You tell me. You
No,
tell
she
her.
put you in the business.
What is that bad advice? Then you give her something more elaborate.
I don't think it's bad advice. I think it's good advice. That's all she can do.
So why you say that about me then?
No, what? I can't help myself. No, you know what is it? Because she made a scene to be like, oh, brothers, help me out, and then that was it.
No, but I read through it and I'm like, you don't need no help. You're there.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're there. You got this. You just keep building
Just
and
go
growing.
forth and enjoy your relationship.
Brent, I don't know. What you said?
All right, so from a man's point of view, if it is that this girl has a crush on you, and she's now looking to intentfully build a relationship with you, with a mind to marry you, what would she need to do in order to not spoil that? Or what would she need to do to secure that?
See, I don't know because everybody's got different.
You.
Oh, for me.
She's asking the men in this room also.
Yeah, but I don't know. I might like different things than what the guy that she's thinking was. So
Can I
that's
tell her
not work
though?
for me.
Because you know what it is, yeah? Because I think sometimes women, yeah, obviously, you say you meet a guy or whatever, you might feel like, you know what, this is someone I want to settle down with and whatever. I do think there's a way to go about it without scaring the guy off.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, he's a crush here and she's thinking marriage. Don't tell him that.
Remember, the guy don't know that's a crush.
Yeah, but
You gotta
then,
understand. She's got a crush on this dude, and he's moved to her.
yeah, so it,
So
it works perfectly.
she's winning. Like,
But I think one thing she can do to keep this going is not be so heavy so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Not be so heavy and be like, oh, like I see he's a husband, and I just think that's just too excessive.
okay.
So yeah, I mean, so
play
that's
it
one
cool.
advice. Play it cool, but cool for him to know that you're interested,
Mm-hmm.
and not cool enough for him to not think you're interested because you're crushing on him, and clearly he has a crush on you too. He moved to you,
Mm-hmm.
so just go with that and just grow in that, but don't do too much too quickly. I think with women, you can meet a guy and then you start thinking like 10 years down the line. It's day one.
Maybe have a conversation with him and find out what his intentions are, though, or like what
On
he's
day
looking
one?
For. What? Well, just like what frame of mind
that's
he's in,
stretchy,
what
that's
headspace he's in, because she's already day one. She's already talking about because I want marriage and rah, rah, rah. So he might not be into marriage. That might not be there might not be an option. You know what I'm trying
That's
to say?
stretchy. That
You
is
need to have a
very true.
conversation and find out what he's on, where he's at.
Before you get too deep.
Are you out here? You just fucking, or you looking for someone to like? You trying to put down some roots? Like, what's going on? Like,
But
let's find out.
do you feel like he might be thinking, why you asked me this question so soon though?
Do you know what though? Do you know I realized? Well, I figured out the right guy would not feel like that. I mean, because I feel like there's a difference. If you ask someone like, oh, what are you looking for when you want to date and stuff? I don't think that's not a scary conversation, and that's not asking too much too soon. Because I do need to know, because we could be 3 months down the line, and then I find out that what you want is different. I may have caught feelings, and now I'm spending the next 5 years trying to get over it. No one's got time for that. Let's do it on day one.
And she's allowed to.
There's a way to do it.
You're basically, as a woman, you're in control. You're the person. You're within your rights to set up whatever obstacles you want to set up. Whatever your terms and conditions are to allow him access to the boom boom is on you. It doesn't matter how small or elaborate they are. That's everybody's each individual choice. You get me? So you don't have to feel bad about saying anything, whether it's day one or whatever. This is how you roll. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, this is what you're on. You need to find out what this guy wants, whether it makes sense me even going there, or what we doing there.
So you do believe that women are the prize?
Yeah.
Good. Emmanuel?
Yeah, 100%.
Good. Good.
But everyone knew that though.
Yes, 100%.
That's sweet though, because I don't think men are the prize, but dilemma of another day. All right, well, I guess that's the advice. I hope things work out for you, babes, and you can be together in bliss, in love with him.
Can I throw something else in there?
Which you can.
Obviously find out, like, obviously when you find out his interests and stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say the small things, innit? Because guys don't care necessarily. All right, put it this way. You know, sometimes you may get a girl that likes you this time to,
Yeah.
maybe it's a birthday, or you maybe doing certain things. She wants to buy, I don't know, elaborate things, spend a couple £100 on certain things. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? But the meaningful things is what matters. That's what's going to distinguish you from any girl in his past and any girl that he's like potentially thinking about. The meaningful things.
What do you mean?
So, for example, like,
Are you saying that she should find out those things, or this is how they should get to know each other, or
no, like when
because
she
I ain't telling her
finds
to buy
out.
presents for his birthday. Girl, you just met the man.
No, but you know, sometimes like even because at the end of the day, you could be dating this guy for a year and still not go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because that year is you still talking, like I said, talking stage or whatever it may be, yeah.
The scam.
Or you even being together, right?
Yeah.
And you may break up. But what I'm trying to say is, in that time, you're both assessing each other, isn't it? And I think typically guys care about the things that matter in it to them. So don't be focused on the things that matter to you necessarily for him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So again, like sometimes people may feel like, oh, let me buy you this or spend this amount on this particular thing, whatever. But if it's not something that he cares about, right, then it's not as meaningful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm trying to say is do things that's meaningful, innit?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm thinking about? Sorry. You know the Biscoff cupcakes? Does it come in like full vegan?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, you know, the dairy conflicts that I have. If I could just get it in vegan, might
You could just say have it dairy free.
dairy free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you can still have the eggs.
Oh yeah. I'm good with eggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then she will use dairy-free milk.
Okay. Makes sense. What you be hearing from me, son?
Some cookies don't have milk in it.
All right, move on, man. Is the headlines next? Let's do the last headlines.
100%.
Because it's not too late. You can just click the next button.
Nah, he could read
I can say one quick.
Yeah, just one.
Okay, you know the most important thing. So, remember the film Hotel Rwanda?
That's the most important one.
Film.
It will make sense why I'm
You had a
saying
decision
it.
to make.
It will make sense.
Okay, good. Yes, the film.
All right. Yeah, you remember the film, yeah?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, you seen it?
It don't matter. Let's go.
Well, the guy in it, yeah, Paul Rusesabagina, yeah?
You didn't die, did you?
No, he's been freed from prison. So he was portrayed as a hero in the Hollywood film Hotel Rwanda and was serving a 25-year sentence in the country on terrorism charges, yeah? He's been freed from prison after having his sentence commuted by presidential order. Rusesabagina is 68 years old, right? He was accompanied by a United States embassy official as he moved from prison to the residence of Qatar's ambassador in the Rwandan capital, Kigali, late on Friday, according to two senior officials of US President Joe Biden's administration, who briefed the reporters in Washington. The decision to commute his sentence followed his request for clemency, which is basically what the government spokesperson Yolande Makolo told Al Jazeera on Friday. She said, but no one should be under any illusion about what this means, as there's a consensus that serious crimes were committed for which they were convicted. Under Rwandan law, commutation does not extinguish the underlying convictions, he said. Rusesabagina was an outspoken critic of President Paul Kagame and is expected to be transferred to Qatar's capital, Doha, and then to the US. But yeah, man, he's pretty much been free. That's pretty much it. And the only other two things is pretty much that laughing gas, nitrous oxide, that's now going to be a criminal offence. So guys, stay away from that. And also, Braintree Council were taking up legal action to stop asylum seekers from being sent to an Essex airfield.
With that balloon stuff, is that the people selling it or people taking it as well now?
I think that's both, you know.
Okay. So you catch doing the balloons, you're getting arrested.
Yep.
Good. That time.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. The reactions there?
Yeah, we can react.
Let's react.
Cool.
For less?
So quickly, just into our sports segment, Esther's favourite segment. There's been more European Championship qualifying going on, and we don't care about none of that. We just care that I don't know when I say we, I don't know who cares, but England went through. They beat Ukraine. Inconsiderate, considering what they're going through at the minute. But you know, they did that. Oh, in important news, I was wrong. I was wrong because I never said they wouldn't do it, but I thought it would make more sense not to do it. But Tottenham part ways with Antonio Conte. So Tottenham have parted company with Antonio Conte after the Italian slammed his players as selfish. You get me? The 3-3. You get me? He just went mad. He's done it here. So Daniel Levy said in a statement, we have 10 Premier League games remaining and we have a fight on our hands for the Champions League place. We all need to pull together. Everyone has to step up to ensure the highest possible finish for our club and amazing loyal supporters. Again, it must have been crazy in there. With the 10 games left, I don't know, man. if they miss out on Champions League now, bloody hell, it'd be pretty stupid. But Nagelsmann's available as well. I've heard they're talking with Nagelsmann. He got sacked by Bayern as well over the weekend. So yeah, all that other stuff. And last, not a lot going on, but lastly, Okolie won his fight. E-Man said boring fight. Did you put that there?
Yeah, man. It was like, you remember before I said he had that reputation before of just being a boring fighter. It's like he went back to that, man. We'll just punch and then just hold you. Punch, hold, punch, hold.
Yeah, I missed a lot of it, but what I caught towards the end didn't look.
Yeah, and the end was better.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the end was better.
Okay, it didn't look. I listened to the commentators and I saw them with the things. They sounded like, oh yeah, he's gonna win this. I was like, all right, cool, give over. But yeah, it didn't look too entertaining. But he got the W at the end of the day. It's the most important thing. And hopefully that can set up his bout with Rakpo.
Yep.
I'm gonna look to that. I need to go to that one. That one should be.
Yeah, that would be sick.
That would be live. There should be good energy in the building that day. So hopefully that can get done. And that is the end of our reaction and the end of a very long show. Let's get into our outro, people.
That's right. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you especially to our lovely guest who came bearing gifts. That is a great guest to have.
That biscotti cake was nice, you know.
Listen, it's on my mind heavy. But yeah, check out mybaker.co, on all the social media platforms. Thank you so much, Mel. We really, really appreciate you coming through.
Thanks, guys. I enjoy listening to all of you.
Thank you.
Every single day.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Who's the best? As in, sorry. Sorry.
No.
Who's your favorite?
We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
Who's favorite?
Brent, no.
The favorite.
No.
It's you though.
Do you know what's
No.
good?
She
though?
said it was you.
No.
That's why I said it. I know the
I don't
answer.
trust you anymore.
I know the answer.
Because today you really...
Do you know what's good? Is in everyone is different and it works.
I think that's
That's
what's
what
good. But
I
I'm
like
not in,
about
and I
it.
take it in.
That was a politically correct answer.
No, it's not. Honestly, honestly,
No, it's not.
Because at first I was like, how is this going to work?
Mm.
I was like a bit like, but now I'm hooked.
We love it. We absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, darling. And guys, follow us on our social media platforms the day after TNB. If you've got dilemmas, send in 07564841073. And if you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, all that great stuff, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Also, sorry that you guys couldn't have any cake because we were really just out here doing commentary on food they couldn't taste.
Mukbang, innit?
Challenge. Well, get to ordering mybaker.co. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.